From KPAX and MTN Sports, this is Grizzly Gridiron Classics.
Northern Arizona and Montana met again in 2011, although this time in Flagstaff. The Lumberjacks were ready for the Grizzlies after the 2010 result, and NAU jumped out to a 14-0 lead on UM. But the Grizzlies found their legs after settling in and came back for another late victory en route to taking down the Lumberjacks once again. The first quarter from that 2011 matchup between Montana and Northern Arizona begins after this.
It's time for kickoff on Grizzly Gridiron Classics. The following is a special presentation from MTN, the Montana Television Network.
The Montana Grizzlies are back on the road this weekend, looking to take another step towards a Big Sky title and a return to the FCS playoffs. But the Grizz will have to deal with a feisty bunch of Lumberjacks that call Northern Arizona home. Not only do they have to battle the Jacks, they have to contend with a nearly 7,000 feet elevation, the highest point of the Big Sky Conference. The Grizz, though, may just turn to a freshman. Jordan Canada had his coming out party last weekend in a win over Portland State. His 159 yards on the ground helped Montana come from 14 points down. The Grizz will look for their 14th straight win in a row over Northern Arizona as they come to Flagstaff to ruin a homecoming party. Montana Grizzly football is next.
From MTN, the Montana Television Network, this is College Football Saturday. Presented in high definition by Team Up Montana.
You never know what you're going to get in Flagstaff, Arizona in late October. It could be sunshine, it could be snow. We got a Chamber of Commerce Day outside. But this game will be played inside of the Walk-Up Sky Dome, and you always know what you're going to get from Northern Arizona. They're a very good football team here at home. Hello again, everybody. Dennis Patchen along with my broadcast partner, Bob Hermes, today getting you ready for a big football game here, Bob. If the Montana Grizzlies, one of two teams in the Big Sky that control their own fate and want to win a Big Sky title, they need to win here this afternoon.
They really do. They've had three tough games set up this time of year. Portland State last week, this game on the road, and then Weber State next week in Missoula. That's a tough schedule, and this is a must game today if they're going to win a title.
There were some injuries last week, especially on the Montana offense, but maybe a coming out party. Jordan Canada ran wild against Portland State, well over 100 yards rushing, and Bob, maybe a new weapon for this Grizzly offense.
He had a great game, 160-some yards, and they really need him. He's quick and nifty in the hole. I think the key for him is to break that first tackle, and then he can really run. Dan Moore is hurt. He did not make the trip. He's out for about 4 weeks, and he was a force. So Coach Pflugrad would like nothing better than to see Jordan have a real big day here.
We may want to see Jordan Canada run the football. We certainly know what Northern Arizona wants to do. Zach Bowman is one of the leaders in the conference in rushing. He's been over 200 yards already this season, Bob. They want to feed him the football. They want to ride number 34.
I think the key to victory is to contain him. Montana State did that last week, held him to 37 yards. He's had a couple of 100-yard rushing games this year. He had 219 against Idaho State, and the Grizzlies can't let him have that kind of day today.
It is a team and a game that we should see both teams trying to run the football. It could be a quick game, but it's a very important game. Kickoff here in Flagstaff between Northern Arizona and Montana is next. It's almost too bad there's a football game here today because there was one heck of a party outside. Great tailgating from both sides. There you see Northern Arizona coach, former Montana assistant Jerome Sowers in his 14th year. He's been here that long at Northern Arizona. Let's go down to our third member of our broadcast crew. Derek Berkeley is down on the sidelines. Derek?
Well, guys, it looks like the Grizzlies have dominated this series. It's 13 straight victories for Montana, but the last two come down to the final seconds. And Northern Arizona's 2-4 record this season might be a bit deceiving. They lost by missing a last-second field goal against Portland State by only 2 points in Portland. And then just a few weeks ago, they lost to Eastern Washington by 8 when they threw an interception in the end zone with 2.5 minutes left. Could have been easily 2 wins, instead 2 losses, so a 2-4 record. But the Jacks will be ready to go. It is homecoming, and they have played Montana very tough the last few years.
Derek, and we'll continue to check down with Derek throughout the game. There you see Robin Pflugrad and the Montana sidelines. Bob, a little bit of an advantage here. The students are up against the Northern Arizona sidelines. The far side of the field has more Montana fans than he does Northern Arizona fans where the Grizzlies are.
Yeah, just the opposite of what we saw at Idaho State, where they put the Montana coaches behind those students and all those thunderclappers and horns. So it's almost like it's hurting Jerome's sideline a little bit more than Coach Pflugrad.
Thunder Six and Vuvuzelas, there you see him, will be in play here today. And the job of Montana is to get those things quiet and out of the hands of the Northern Arizona fans. It's a homecoming crowd here at Flagstaff, Arizona. I'm not sure they've had a nicer day in late October. Temperatures in the low 70s here. It's always 70 in the Dome. And Brody McKnight, back-to-back Big Sky Conference Special Teams Player of the Week, will kick it off here.
In one item, Dennis, NAU is very dangerous on their return game, and I know it's a concern coming in for the Montana coaches.
They are #1 in the Big Sky Conference in returns. And McKnight will give them an opportunity here. And the Montana Grizzly defense and special teams won't give them much of an opportunity as the ball is out to the 20-yard line, and that's where we will start it. Here are our offensive starters for Northern Arizona, brought to you by Allegiance Benefit Plan Management. Your benefits at work. Kerry Grossart, he's got 1,500 yards, 9 touchdowns, 4 picks, but he's been sacked 17 times. You can get pressure on him, and you can bring him down. Northern Arizona in their 4-wide attack, 1 running back to start this football game. Grossart wants to throw, first time. Down the middle of the field's got a man, open, Patton. Oh my goodness, Northern Arizona has struck on the first play of the game. A 27, or I should say a 77-yard catch by Patton, his 5th touchdown catch. 3rd in 2 weeks, and Northern Arizona, Bob, has struck first.
Well, this is game planned all the way. They're going deep on the first play. Little play action. He's running alone, wide open. There must have been blown coverage by the safeties, and he's in for a touchdown.
Wow, that didn't take long. First offensive play from scrimmage, and the 10th touchdown pass of the season for Grossart, and the extra point is up and good. Wow, Northern Arizona Lightning has struck on a clear sunny day here in Flagstaff.
Again, you just see Montana looking for the run, and he goes over the top on a little outside slant across the middle, and he's wide open.
Well, both safeties went to the outside of the field, and Patton wide open down the middle of the field. All right, well, we'll see what Montana can do. You don't even see the safeties, Bob, anywhere in this picture.
Yeah, I believe they're in a cover 2 to open, but missed assignments there.
Wow. That made it look easy.
We saw Jerome before the game started, visited with him a little bit. He actually went out to the homecoming parade and took his cheerleaders with him and got his crowd pumped up. It's a big game for him here, as you mentioned, never beating the Grizzlies in his tenure, and he'd love to get a homecoming win here. Montana needs to set up some offense now.
There you see it. Scoring play brought to you by MontanaGrizzly.com. Scoring drive, 1 play, 77 yards, 16 seconds. A 77-yard touchdown catch by Patton on the throw from Grossart. MontanaGrizzly.com, complete news and stats for Grizzly athletics since 1999. We'll meet the rest of Northern Arizona's offense and the Montana defense when we have those teams back on the field, as Drew Zamora will kick it, and he's going to hammer it out of the end zone. 15th touchback on 36 kicks. You don't get many opportunities to return the football here. All right, let's introduce you to the Montana Grizzly offensive starters, brought to you by Allegiance Benefit Plan Management. Your benefits at work. Jordan Johnson went over the 1,000-yard mark passing last week. He also has almost 250 yards rushing on the season, and he starts here today. Grizzlies will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Double tight, 2-receiver set. Handed off to Peter Wynn. Bounces it off the left side. Wynn getting the start here. In for the injured Dan Moore. There you also see Jabin Sambrano will start as well. And Montana has gone to a double tight end. Robin Pflugrad said he would do that a little bit here today. The offensive line have given up only just a handful of sacks this season. 5 sacks allowed for Montana's offensive line. As Johnson will throw on 2nd down. Got time. Got a man. Threw it behind him. Out near the 40-yard line. Sambrano. Ball's incomplete. Here are the defensive starters for, well, those are the Montana defensive starters. We'll see if we can get to the Lumberjack starters. There we are. Brought to you by Allegiance Benefit Plan Management, your benefits at work. Mike Frum, the leading tackler. And this secondary will give up plays. Just 11 pass breakups and only 4 interceptions. You can get yardage on that secondary. Johnson with his feet. Jordy trying to get a 1st down, and he's going to dive for it, and he got it. He needed to get to the 30-yard line, Bob, and he got across there.
Very patient by Jordy. Excellent read. He had a receiver on the outside open, but he chose to run it. You can see him here kind of check to the right side. He sees the receiver and says, you know, I can get more running it. And an excellent 1st down there for his team.
Johnson capable of not only buying time to throw the football with his feet, but running for a 1st down when he sees it. Penalty flag in. Middleton with a catch. Pickup of 5 yards on the play, but that penalty flag usually in the spot of holding. That's our referee, Jim Crowley. He's getting the call from the umpire who made that call.
It looked like
personal foul. Child block.
Now clarification from our umpire.
It looked like all the Montana offensive linemen cut their guys, which is legal. You just can't chop them if someone's engaged.
There is no foul for a chop block. Down count. Second
Yeah,
down.
Coach Pflugrad helped on that, Dennis. You can see it here on the snap. They're all cutting, which is legal as long as you're not engaging with a blocker. You see the umpire throw the flag, but Coach Pflugrad disputed it, and they took it back.
You don't often see that. The left side of the Montana line was initially called for a chop block, so forget about it. It's a pickup on the Middleton play will stand. Peter Wynn hopping over one defender and trying to get back to the line of scrimmage before he is finally knocked down there. Short gain. In fact, he got about a half a yard on it. It'll bring up a 3rd and 5.
Lumberjacks bringing a lot of pressure with their linebackers. Coach Jerome not coordinating the defense. Andy Thompson, a former Grizz, doing that, but you know Jerome's involved because that's his background and pressure so far today.
You need to know where number 96 is. Isaac Bond on the field. 3rd in the conference in sacks, 2nd in the conference in tackles for loss. Johnson, no backs, looks to throw. Down the middle, got a man. Peter Wynn off his fingertips. Oh my! He was open, and Johnson led him just a little bit too far.
You know, there was good coverage, but he was open. There were 3 guys running with him, but he outran the coverage, and all that happened a little bit shorter, and that would have been a touchdown.
Wow. Just that far away from a tie football game. Instead, Montana is going to punt it away. Montana has pretty much gone with Brody McKnight punting the football the last couple of weeks. No rugby style, just a straight kick, end over end kick. Fair caught right at the 20-yard line. That was taken there by Taylor Malenfant. And that's where Northern Arizona will start, a 43-yard punt on that one. Northern Arizona will have it the 2nd time. They lead it 7-0 here, 12:38 remaining in the first half. Welcome back to Flagstaff. Northern Arizona has run 1 play, but it was good enough for a touchdown here, and they'll have their 2nd possession. Dennis Panchin, Bob Hermes, Derek Berkeley down on the sidelines, our entire crew. Thanks so much for spending a Saturday afternoon with us here in Flagstaff. Grossert under center this time at a double tight end formation. Straight ahead give. That was the fullback Hess on the carry. Here are the skill players. Bowman held 37 yards rushing by Montana State, but a skilled player and a dangerous one at that. And Patton, who caught the early touchdown pass, now has 5 on the season. The offensive line, Mott and Gillio with their 18th consecutive start here, but they will give up sacks. They have allowed 17 sacks on the season. Short gain. Bowman this time. Straight up the gut. Tackle there coming up. Alex Shaw on the stop. Here are the Montana defensive starters, brought to you by Allegiance Benefit Plan Management, your benefits at work. Bobby Alt had 3 tackles for loss last week. He leads the Grizzlies with 5.5 tackles for loss. McSurdy number 2 in the conference in tackles, and the linebackers have 14 tackles for loss on the season. And Mike McCord is number 1 on the Grizzlies with 3 turnovers, 2 picks, and a fumble in the Grizzlies secondary. There'll be a 3rd down and short play here. Toss to Bowman. Cuts it back. Initial hit there by McSurdy, but he couldn't stop him until he got to the 35-yard line, and good enough for a 1st down, Bob.
Just power football that time. That was their heavier set where they're going to run the ball. You see him pull the center here in the tackle. They come outside with power, and he gets the 1st down. Good fill there by Shaw at the linebacker and McSurdy.
1st down on the play there. That's just old-fashioned power football there. Northern Arizona will go with under the center and go out of the gun. Patton the motion man. Grossert throws it the other way. Got a man on the outside, Umodu. He's their leading receiver on the season. That's his 29th catch of the year, and that's another 1st down. And Northern Arizona's moving the football.
Very efficient play here. He's got a high passing percentage, completion percentage, and you can see why here. A nice throw. Montana almost loses their feet there for bigger yardage, but he does get the 1st down.
17 yards on that pass reception on a 1st down play, and they're back in Grizzly territory. Just underway, Northern Arizona scored on the first play from scrimmage to start the football game. Throws it out. Tully with the coverage, and a late penalty flag comes in. Pass was intended for Riley, the tight end. He and Tully got their feet tangled up.
Well, Tully's confused and very surprised by this call. We'll see if he even touched him. I guess he had his hand on him, and the back judge did see that and threw the flag.
Defense number 52.
A little bit
Spot
early.
foul,
Yeah.
automatic, 1st down.
Might have been more of a grab than anything else, but it's a 1st down. And the ball will be placed at the 37-yard line.
And Tremaine Johnson, one of the great corners for the Grizz, not on the field right now. Bit of a surprise checking on that.
Donnie Lisowski is in at the near cornerback position. Houston Roots on the far side. Here comes the blitz. Bowman navigating his way through defenders. Now it's a foot race. Touchdown, Northern Arizona. Oh, my goodness. "37 yards on the touchdown scamper."
Nothing surprising here, just basic run up the middle, some bad tackling out there, and he gets away and gets the touchdown. Montana not wanting to get a slow start, but NAU off very quickly in 2 possessions.
We've not played 5 minutes here in Flagstaff, and Northern Arizona looking for its 14th point. This is not starting well for the Grizzlies here, as Northern Arizona has come out and thrown a haymaker early. Somewhere under that beard of that lumberjack, there's a smile, because their team has jumped out to a quick 14-0 lead. Early statistics, 145 yards already total offense for Jerome Sauer's team, just 13 for the Montana Grizzlies. Drew Zamora will kick it off here.
He's standing with David Reeves, and I'm sure they're a little bit surprised that they're out this fast, this early in the game over Montana.
Big kick again, 7 yards deep and rolls out of the end zone. Not sure Montana's going to get much of a return game here. Well, at least this one didn't take one play, but it certainly was good. 5 plays, 79 yards. The MontanaGrizzly.com scoring drive. Bowman, the 37-yard touchdown run, just 2 minutes and 6 seconds of possession. MontanaGrizzly.com, news and stats for Grizz athletics since 1999. It's been a while since you've been there. You need to go back. Something new almost every day. Big drive here for Montana early on. Johnson looks to throw. He's going to air the ball deep. Sembrano behind the defenders. Coverage on the play that time by Andres Battle, and he might have got a hand in there. If he didn't touch it, he may have disturbed the view of Sembrano.
Jordan underthrew it just a little bit. If the ball been another yard or two downfield, I think Jabin would have made the play just behind him a bit.
I'm not sure that ball went right through his hands. Ooh.
It's good to see Jabin running that well after last week. He hurt his ankle.
His hands work there, or feet work, Bob, and I'm not sure his hands are working. Johnson trying to keep it, and he's going to be tackled right there. Not going to go anywhere. Mike Dosen up from the secondary position to make the stop.
As your zone read, Jordy decides to keep it, and he's able to trip him up on his way through.
He didn't get that tackle. It's probably 7 to 8 yards. Bring up a 3rd and 9 here after the gain of 1 by Johnson. He's got time. He's got all day. Throws the ball deep. Hit as he was throwing the football. Pressure there by Frum. And it'll force Montana to punt.
Well, credit NAU coverage there, Dennis. Lots of time, as you mentioned. Really good protection. Jordy takes a hit here at the end. He stayed down a little while, but I think he's all right. Just overthrows his receiver. But lots of good protection early on in that play.
McKnight back in to kick the football away. McKnight on the season averaging 43.5 a kick. That's what he kicked it the first time. It's more of a line drive style, end over end to the far sidelines. Northern Arizona will let it roll, and the Grizzlies will touch it there at the 26-yard line. And that's where Northern Arizona's offense, who has been sparkling here to start after the 53-yard punt, will take over. Tremaine Johnson is back out on the field, Bob. He was not out on that last series. Didn't appear to be an injury on the sidelines. Must have just appeared to be a coaching decision, and we've got Derek working on that to try and figure out just exactly why he was not on the field on that second drive. Northern Arizona has made short work. In less than 2.5 minutes, they have scored twice in this football game in the offensive possession. Grossart, the quarterback, calling signals. Shovel pass. Bowman, room to run. Across the 40-yard line. Featherston with a tackle.
That's a great call there, Dennis. A little bit like a draw inside. Montana front wants to get upfield and get after that quarterback. They come underneath that rush, and it's open for a first down.
15 yards on that run as Northern Arizona rips off a big chunk here on first down, and we'll have another first down. Well, it's like every call they've made, Bob, has been great so far this game. Full receiver set here. Grosser threw it behind his intended receiver. It's about the first time things did not go well.
Montana that time blitzed inside, and they dropped a little zone defense, backwards zone read defense. The D tackle, Featherston dropping back, almost making an interception.
It'll bring up a 2nd and 10, something that Northern Arizona has not had a whole lot of, is 2nd or 3rd and long here. Now double tight end with a receiver flanked to either side. Bowman got away from one Grizzly, could not get away from Brian Waldhauser, who dropped him after a short gain. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and long. Grizzlies here, Bob, going to 6 DBs.
Expecting pass here on 3rd and long.
Northern Arizona, a perfect 1 of 1 in 3rd down, just their second 3rd down And that one was the first one was a 3rd and short. 3-man rush. Grosser throws, got his man. Ball is caught there by Mike Sizz. And a first down.
He had deep zone curl this time. He just sits inside the zone and finds an open spot. Quarterback does a nice job to find him.
13-yard pickup and just got it over the outstretched hands of Lasowski. Tackle made by Murray on the play, but another first down, and the drive is still alive, and Northern Arizona is back in Montana territory one more time. It's Pad, the motion man. Bowman takes it outside. He run out of bounds there, knocked out by Houston Roots, but not before he gets inside the 40 at the 39.
Little I formation this time. Again, power football. NAU just saying with the lead, we're going to try to pound it, and they did that time. 5-yard pickup.
Bob, how many formations have we seen them run? We've seen them run a double tight. We've seen them with single back. We've seen 4 receiver set. We've seen I formation. We've seen shotgun. They're mixing it up here. Here you see Grossert's numbers. Pretty good so far, 4 of 5. And the touchdown pass. He's got time, throws it down the middle, a wobbly duck intended for Padden.
That was one of his poorer passes since the game started. A little bit overthrown and some pressure that time. He heard footsteps and got rid of it.
3rd down now. Remember, Northern Arizona has given up sacks, 17 on the season. You can get to Grosser. Third down and 5 here. Big down for the Montana defense. Grosser to throw. Hippity hop, and John Kanagata got him down. Trying to get past the linebacker on the blitz, and John just reached out and knocked him down with a big hand. And that's the first sack of the game for the Grizzly defense. Their 19th of the season.
They needed this. It's fun to watch. Kanagata, such a good athlete. He actually gets a big block, but he comes off it and makes the play.
Watch Bowman with the block here.
John able to come off it and still trip up
make
the
tackle.
quarterback.
How about that play? David Sembrano standing back at the 10-yard line. Drew Zamora in to punt it away. Sembrano says, get away from it. The ball goes into the end zone. There's a foot race between the football and one of the cover men. And we'll go to our commercial break here with Montana still looking for something on offense. Northern Arizona with the early lead here in Flagstaff. Welcome back to Flagstaff. Dennis Patchen, Bob Hermes, Derek Berkeley on the sidelines here. Northern Arizona's jumped out to the early lead. And a touch for Jordan Canada. Canada keeping his feet. It's a big 6-yard pickup on the first play there.
Nice run by Jordan. His stature is similar to Peter Wynn's. We talked about if he can get that first tackler to miss, that's where he is very effective. There it is there. Good first down. Nice job.
Got outside the Northern Arizona defense and let his block set up as well there too. Nice run by Canada, who came into this game, Bob, as the leading rusher on the Grizzly team.
Well, one thing that's been fun to watch is Montana's offensive front is playing much better the last couple games. Their pass blocking is good today, but their run blocking is good. Watch it again here at the center pulling. You know, when you can get 4 yards like that on the first down, that's pretty helpful.
Canada lowering his shoulder and running over people, getting extra yards. Taylor Julio on the stop there. Montana's picked up the tempo here on this drive.
They love to do this, and Coach Smith said one of the keys for his offense was to win on first down.
Johnson to throw. Got his man. Carver with a catch inside Northern Arizona territory. Let's go down to the sidelines. Derek Berkeley with an injury update. Derek?
Well, guys, you mentioned already, Jabin Sembrano does not seem to be showing any ill effects of that ankle injury. He's playing. We have not seen any Gerald Kemp yet. He is on the sidelines. He is dressed up today, but he didn't go through any of pregame warm-ups. Looks like that left shoulder is still bothering him. He's not in the game. On the other side, Trumaine Johnson, you saw him back in there. He spent that series where he was out trying to loosen himself up. Lots of stretching on the sideline, so we'll keep an eye on that.
All right, we'll keep that with Jim.
False start.
2 on the defense.
Offense, number 76.
False start for
5-yard
Montana.
penalty. First down.
And Montana is not a very penalized team, one of the cleanest teams in the league, so you don't see a lot of that, but they must have started just a little bit quick on the outside, and he got called for procedure.
Robin Pflugrad getting the explanation from the official who made that call on the far sideline. Somebody must not have been set in this up-tempo. That's the one thing the quarterback has to make sure of. Johnson throws it high for Sam Grattan. Ball is incomplete. It'll bring up a 2nd and 15. One of the many Montana players playing Sam Grattan for the University of Montana.
Watch for a screen here, Dennis, or perhaps a tight end. They did want to get the tight end into the game a little bit more today.
Bo Donaldson is in the lineup in the running back position. That's Canada they'll give it to. Canada fighting for extra yardage there before he is taken down by Andres Battle. Bo Donaldson, special teams guy, Bob, and now back on the offensive side of the football, move from linebacker, but Canada's running hard here today.
And Bo helped him on that one. He blocked up front, very physical, and they did say you'll see Bo run the ball some today.
3rd and 9, Northern Arizona showing blitz. Canada 4 of 28 on the ground. Johnson will throw. He's got time. Throws it down the middle. Grattan's there. Caught it! Inside the 5. Sam Grattan went up and caught the football. Knocked down at the 3-yard line. Johnson just floated it down the middle. And the young man from Billings made a sensational catch.
Nice play here. Grattan, a man of few words. He lets his ability do the talking. High points the ball well, goes up and almost scores the touchdown. Jordan with a nice throw. He needs to get accuracy going so he can get a hot hand. That's one thing I think will help him a lot if he can get his completions going early here, still in the first quarter.
44 yards on that catch. 4 receivers in, it didn't matter. Give it off to Canada. He's about as close to scoring without scoring as you can get. Bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, we talked about that Montana line. John Oppenrud, you see him there, number 74. A mountain of a man and a great blocker. It makes sense to keep running up the middle. John's one of those kind of players you might get to see him play on Sunday next year.
Johnson to Canada. No, he fakes it, and he is upended. Big hit that time by Mike Dosen. Jordy may have lost a yard on the play.
Well, that's the second big play Dosen has made. Saw him earlier get a sack. This time he just totally upends Jordy.
But Taylor came from the far side on a corner blitz, I should say the near side, and that disrupted the timing there. 3rd down, ball still inside the 1-yard line. Canada, power football to the right, and Jordan Canada stops short. Decision time here for Robin Pflugrad.
Boy, they're talking about it. They may go for it here. Big play either way. If they go for it, they need to get in or else take the field goal.
Blaine Anderson made the stop, brought Canada down as he was trying to angle his way into the end zone. All of our replays brought to you exclusively by TeamUpMontana.com, and they're going to go for it here.
A little bit surprising that they don't kick the field goal.
Johnson, Canada. I don't think he got it. Initial contact from Jarrett Bilbrey, and the Northern Arizona fans are celebrating here. Their defense has come up with a huge play.
Well, coach decided to make a statement and say we're going to try to win this game, but you know, not to get those 3 points early on is a little surprising, and now NAU has a ton of momentum. Good defense, really, just stacking the box. Everybody's there.
Bilbrey got in there in a hurry, and it looked like the right side of the Montana offensive line did not go on the snap. 3 cracks at it from inside the 1-yard line, and no points here. Grosser, Bowman. Bowman with a big carry out to the 20-yard line. Shaw and McCord with a stop and a 19-yard gain for Zach Bowman.
And again, right now, this is just, you know, tackling being missed. Guys with arm tackles going to the ground. Right there's an arm in his face, and he's just breaking tackles. They've got to wrap up.
Bowman, 6 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown here. Under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Play fake, Grosser to throw. Got a man wide open, Padden on the far sideline. Tremaine Johnson dropped him, but Padden had at least 5-yard cushion on that, and Grosser found him. And another first down.
You rarely see a ball thrown to Tremaine's side. This time they test him. He's looking deep, and they curl underneath him for the completion.
Saw him run a guy off, run it past him, and Padden from the slot position curled inside. Big catch there, 15-yard pickup out to the 35-yard line. And another first down. Grosser, quick throw on the far side to Padden. Sidesteps one tackler, then steps out of bounds just short of midfield.
Just a quick bubble screen out on the perimeter. He picks up a block by the wide receiver. He's looking for the sideline here. Again, what they want is just to get the catch, get a block on the corner, and then get outside for extra yardage.
19 yards on that, and another first down. The strive started at the 1-yard line. This is only the 4th play, and they're already out to the 49. Grosser, too high. No whistle. Tremaine Johnson has picked it up, and now there's a whistle. That whistle was very late. Tremaine Johnson did a nice job taking it all the way to the end zone.
But Tremaine was, just in case it was a lateral, but they rule it a forward pass, so it's incomplete. See here, it was a slightly forward, but pretty close. You can see why Tremaine wanted to continue the play.
I don't know about that, Bob.
Pretty close.
That ball looked like it might have been thrown from the 47-yard line, and the ball was touched at the 49. Wow. That could have been a game changer right there. 2nd and 10. Bowman. Stacked up Waldhauser and company there. When big hits coming for Montana, they finally get a grab of Bowman. Stacked it up. He had no cutback lane that time.
And credit Ryan Featherston for this play. He sets the edge at defensive end here. You can see him setting the edge, and his teammates come in and fill nicely.
Coyle is there as well. Tell you what, Brian Waldhauser gets those big, gigantic mitts on you and gets you into that Grizz hug, if you will. You're not going to get away from him. Well, that's the way the first quarter's going to end. Montana, not much to show for that first quarter of play. Northern Arizona, 2 quick touchdowns and a goal line stand, and the Lumberjacks lead it by 2 touchdowns.
Get ready for the second quarter as Grizzly Gridiron Classics continues. You're watching College Football Saturday from MTN Sports. Presented in high definition by Team Up Montana.
Welcome back to Flagstaff. Start of the second quarter of play here in a Big Sky Conference afternoon affair. Kerry Grosser to the Northern Arizona Lumberjacks with 14 points in the first 4.5 minutes. And that's where we are. He's already got 106 yards. The impressive thing about him, Bob, is he completes almost 68% of his passes. You got to like that as a head coach.
Yeah, he was very efficient. You mentioned the sacks. Montana not been able to really get ahead of him yet. And they're only rushing 3 here, so they're going to set back for pass.
Screen pass intended for Padden. He can't hang on to it. Tremaine Johnson played that. A nifty play coming up from the corner position, and that'll force Northern Arizona into a punting down.
Well, Tremaine, very confident player. He likes to visit a little bit, and you know he can back it up. He has the skills to back up that talk. and it's just fun to watch him. He is so good at corner.
Drew Zamora in, averaging under 40 yards a punt. He has had 11 of his 21 fair caught coming into this game. Grizzlies go after it, and the referee took a long look at it and then threw the flag as Peter Wynn fair caught it at the 16-yard line. And it's only going to be a 5-yard running into the kicker, not a roughing the kicker, so they will probably decline that, Bob. And Montana should get it at the 16.
Yeah, just couldn't stop and caught his leg there a little bit. And good job acting by the kicker, which is always a good move. You actually teach him for that.
Hopefully Mr. Zamora is in the drama department here at Northern Arizona. He's a starring role there. Well, nonetheless, the 5-yard penalty, not enough to give him a first down, so Montana will take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Last series for Montana, the offense looked pretty good. They marched down, mixed their play calling fairly well, just couldn't get points. And again, little conjecture there whether you kick the field goal or go for the touchdown, but now they just need to mount another drive.
Wynn and Canada both in the backfield with Johnson here. Jordy going to keep it off the play fake, throws the deep ball down the far side, and well overthrown Zambrano. Double team coverage that time for Northern Arizona.
Jordy might wish that he keeps the ball here. He might wish that he kept it and ran it. It looked like he could have got a few yards out of the deal. It goes up big, but overthrows.
Yeah, nobody home there. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll have a news update from Montana's news station, plus first half highlights and statistics brought to you by the bookstore in the University Center. The Grizzly logo wear source since 1921. Sam Grattan lost his helmet, but did get the football across the 20-yard line.
Quick screen to the outside. Montana talked about using those more and more today. Little play action, not even a real good play action, just a quick throw, but nice defense. Montana gets about 4 out of it.
There you saw the golden locks of Mr. Grattan. His little brother's on the team as well. 3rd down and 5. Johnson will throw for it. Mutra falls incomplete. Coverage on the play by Blake Bailey. Not sure if Mutra missed that, Bob, or if Antoine somebody got a hand in there.
It looked like he was going to get the first down and pretty much into his stomach, but couldn't hang on to it.
Now that'll bring Brody McKnight back out. 3rd punt of the game for McKnight here. Let's it high, an end-over-end kick. A big kick and a fair caught. Wow. That ball was fair caught by Malfant, and he had about 7 yards to run. 51-yard punt for Mr. McKnight. Timeout on the field early in the second. Northern Arizona leads it by 2 touchdowns. Welcome back. Dennis Patch along with Bob Hermes. Derek Berkeley down on the sidelines. Northern Arizona leads it 14-0. Early in the second quarter of play here. 1st and 10 after the fair catch and the long punt by McKnight. Double tight, single running back, Bowman. He gets the football. Stand corrected. That is Dixon who bounced it outside. The backup running back is into the lineup here. Oh, he's quick laterally there, Bob.
Yeah, and Bobby Alt that time at DN not able to turn the play in, and he cuts it out. Like that DN to kind of set the edge, but he gets outside and picks up 4.
Dixon averaging 10 yards a carry on the season. 28 carries, 281 yards, 3 touchdowns, including an 82-yarder on the season. He is shifty. Grosser to run. Oh, he is knocked down from behind, and a penalty flag comes in. Hughes tackled him. McSurdy hit him.
You know, that was a tough call. McSurdy, a real tough linebacker, and just over pursues it a touch, but you know, he's just trying to make a play here, and he can't really stop himself. It didn't look like a real late hit.
Rolled to the head, number 40.
He was just You know, that was bang, bang. That's a tough call there.
Well, the problem is you're going to make a hit. They're going to protect the head. That's the new point of emphasis in college football. And remember, he's a moving target. Grossert is a moving target. McSurdy trying to hit him as he's going down.
Well, you can see him talking to Ty Gregorak there saying, look, I was just finishing the play.
What'd I do?
It was a close call.
So the first down off the penalty puts Northern Arizona at the 47. Dixon fighting to get across midfield. Tyrone Duncan on the bottom of the pile with the initial hit.
And I think the coaches did a smart thing there to get Caleb off and visit with him. He's a great linebacker, one of the best in the conference for sure, and certainly a leader on this team. So just to let him calm down a little bit and get him ready to go again. He is a wonderful linebacker.
Yeah, it's over under for me. 3 plays he sits out. I think he'll be back in next play or the play after that. Give him a little bit of a mental break here. Dixon with a 4-yard pickup on that, so it brings up a 2nd and 6. Sizz with it. Kanagata will trip him up. Short of the first down, will bring up a 3rd and 2.
You're right, Dennis. Caleb checks in. Just a little quick swing pass here. Get about a 4 or 5 yard gain on it.
Hermanson was there as well, and good movement from the big man Tyrone Duncan to get out there. Northern Arizona 2 of 4 on 3rd down conversions here. It's a big play here. Grizzly defense looking for a stop.
This is their run package here.
Hess is the fullback. Dixon. Oh, he didn't get it. He lost yardage. Bobby Alt, Caleb McSurdy, John Kanagata, they were all there.
That was a great play by Montana. Good job by Alt getting underneath his blocker and just making a play all the way. Super job.
Too many Grizzlies there. They outman Northern Arizona at the point of attack, and they force a punt. Javen Sembrano again. He's got his feet nailed down to the 10-yard line. Drew Zamora will kick it. Going to take a shot at the coffin corner on the near side. Boy, and I'll tell you what, bad angle there by the special teams. Andres Battle didn't know where the football was. Touchback, 2nd of the game for Northern Arizona on the punting game, and the Grizzlies will take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Time now for a little trivia brought to you by Oberto Beef Jerky. Acquire a taste for excellence, Oberto. What school's college football stadium sits at the highest elevation? We asked that because we're here at Northern Arizona, which is up there. Your choices: NAU, Wyoming, Western State College, or the Air Force Academy. We'll have the answer to our Oberto trivia question coming up in the 2nd half. You know the answer there, Bob? Don't look at the sheet.
You know, I'm thinking it's Wyoming or Western.
All right.
I'd go with Western.
All right, we'll know what the answer is coming up. First down rushing for Peter Wynn there. Boy, pick up the popcorn bowl. That's right in your living room right there. 4-yard pickup. Wynn. Oh, he was 1 man away from breaking a tackle. Battle got him in an arm tackle and then held on till help was coming. Otherwise, Peter Wynn was going to run a long time.
He's so fun to watch, so quick. Like Jordan Canada, gets into the hole and then looks for the big play, and he's 1 step away from making it here.
That was a huge hole by that left side of the Grizzly offensive line.
3rd and short, though, that helps Montana a bunch. It's a lot better than 3rd and 9.
Johnson going to keep it himself, fighting for the yardage, needed to get to the 30-yard line. Didn't have it on the first time, but second effort by Jordy Johnson. And he gets it for a first down to the 31-yard line.
Jordy is a real competitor.
Hardy, the motion man. Johnson with a play fake to Wynn. Got his man on the outside. Caught by Josh Denard.
Good coverage by the Lumberjacks, but a nice throw by Jordy here. And a good completion, picks up 4. Nice throw on the run.
I believe that is Josh Denard's first catch of the season, if I'm not mistaken. Young freshman. We've seen him a lot on special teams. Robin Pflugrad told me when I talked to him Thursday, Bob, he was going to see the football here. He's got another chance at it. Oh, trying to break a tackle, couldn't quite get away from Mike Dosen.
Another bubble screen. It looked like NAU's planned for that. They definitely seem to be watching for that play to develop and then hustling with coverage once they notice it.
3 fresh receivers in the game, Sambrano, Gratton, and Mutra with the tight end. Hardy lined up on the far hash. 4 receiver set. Johnson throws it over the middle. Got his man Hardy. Hardy running. It's a foot race now. Hardy inside the 30-yard line. He would not be brought down. Great effort by Hardy. And he's going to be, they finally say he's going to be knocked down at the 27-yard line.
Great to see him have success here. Another competitor from Fairview, Montana, breaks some tackles and rumbles down the field.
That's just his 10th catch of the season. 52 yards total before that catch. Great move by Hardy. We got a timeout here with 8:25 remaining in the second quarter. NAU leading it by 2 scores. Welcome back. Fairview High's finest, Greg Hardy with a catch here. 1, 2. Broke a couple of tackles and finally drugged down there. It's a big play for Montana's offense. 1st and 10, ball at the 27-yard line. Johnson will hand it off. That is Peter Wynn trying to string it outside. Northern Arizona did a good job of stringing that out. Count the number of blue shirts that were there.
This becoming one of their favorite plays, a little stretch sweep to the left side. Again, pulling the center, Steve Saban, who's really getting good in his pull play and blocking downfield.
Gain of 2 on the play. Wynn still on the backfield behind Johnson. Jordy will throw it out on the far side. Mutra trying to get to the 20-yard line. Stop, shoot, maybe just short of that. Tackle on the play made again by Mike Dosen.
Little play action here. Quick zone fake and then throw it out to the perimeter on a little bubble screen. Mutra makes a nice catch. And Greg gets a big hit.
3rd and 3, big play call here for the Grizz. Johnson swings it to Wynn. Peter Wynn's gonna score a touchdown, and Montana's on the board. That play didn't look like it was gonna go for much, and then Peter Wynn went down the field instead of staying to catch the football. 20 yards on the play. Watch Peter Wynn.
This is a screen to the right side, and you see the lineman downfield leading him. What a fun play. Jordy knew he had a touchdown after he threw it, and he jogged backwards all the way to the 50-yard line.
Charles Burton ran all the way to the end zone looking to hit somebody and never got that opportunity. McKnight in, perfect on extra points this season. And there's up and good. So the big catch by Greg Hardy, and then the nifty touch from Johnson to Win on the screen pass. And the Montana Grizzlies have their first points of this one in Flagstaff. Jordy Johnson with a touchdown pass, his 7th of the season. And the Grizzlies have cut this lead to 7, and Bob Hermes, old Mr. Momentum, I believe, is now in a white jersey.
Yeah, Montana would like to just not have to play that first quarter, and boy, the second quarter they've got it going. Jordy, it's nice to see him feeling it right now as far as throwing the ball. And you mentioned momentum, that's going to help him here. Again, watch this return game for NAU. It's one of the weapons they've had all year on their side.
Tops in the Big Sky Conference coming into this game. McKnight will hammer it deep. They're not going to run it out. Oh boy, I'll tell you what. Talk about tiptoeing to the goal line on that return play. Little miscommunications. Aaron Williams with that. The Montana Grizzly KPAX-TV.com scoring drive. Great drive for the Grizz. 9 plays, 80 yards, 3 minutes and 24 seconds. The 20-yard pass to Peter Wynn. Don't forget the great pass to Hardy as well. MontanaGrizzly.com, complete news and stats for Grizz athletics since 1999. Bob, 3.5 minutes on time of possession for a Montana scoring drive. That's an eternity. They like to do it a lot faster than that.
As we mentioned, one of the keys for them was winning on first down, and in the last 2 possessions they have been, and it's really helped them.
Northern Arizona will start in at the 20-yard line. Grosser with a play fake. Throws it over the middle, a wobbly pass, but still caught nonetheless, and a broken tackle down the sidelines. Into Grizzly territory right there. The catch made by Umoda. 35 yards on that one.
Well, on first down, they throw the ball instead of run it, play action again. Montana has to get more pressure on that quarterback. He had too much time, and he's got a hot hand throwing as well. They've got to find a way to get pressure on the quarterback.
Ran out of the tackle of Trumaine Johnson. John Kanagata saved even more yards on that play. The 45-yard line. 2 running backs with Grosser. Dixon and Bowman. Dixon trying to get to the outside, and he doesn't get there. Alex Shaw was there. Josh Harris strung it out as well.
Good play by Josh, again setting the edge and letting his linebacker Alex come up and force him out of bounds.
Bob, I'll tell you what, Josh Harris is playing some great football the last couple of weeks. He has really been there.
Alex Shaw is another one, Dennis. He loves to compete for it, and he's just fun to watch, like Caleb McSurdy.
Replays brought to you exclusively by TeamUpMontana.com. Our guys are doing a great job here with their camera work in Flagstaff. Grosser just quickly grabs it and throws it out there. Umoda is tackled, and a penalty flag comes in. Hermanson got up there. I think it's going to be a clip.
I think they're going to call a block in the back. That'll help Montana. They may decline it. Excellent defensive play here, even though he was clipped, to make a tackle. Otherwise, he'd have been running.
Hermanson came up quickly from his secondary spot.
Block in the back, number 11 offense. 10-yard penalty, replay, second down.
They're going to take it.
See it here right at the edge. There it is.
Sizz with the call on him. Is Hermanson just too fast up from his safety position, reading that play very well. Second down and 21 here, a bundle. Bowman off the left hip, and they'll hand it to him. Bowman dancing his way through the hole. It's across midfield. Shaw, Waldhauser, Lasowski all there.
D coordinator Mike Bresky talked about changing up the defense a little bit. One thing they're doing today is running a 3-man front. They do change it out with a 4-man front as well. That's new, giving themselves an extra linebacker on the field.
6 DBs in with 3 down linemen and 2 linebackers on this 3rd down and 14. Grosser, time to throw it up high, ball incomplete. Oh my goodness. That a savage hit by one of the Grizzlies there, Bob.
Ball's a little bit high, good defense, actually 2 defenders here, and he does pay the price. Takes a big hit from both sides.
McSurdy there was the guy who knocked the ball loose. Boy, does a heck of a job to get it, but watch McSurdy come in here and dislodge the football.
Yeah, without that hit, I think he'd have had the first down and the completion.
Rickard doesn't catch many. I don't think you can blame him on that one. So Mora in to punt it away. Sambrano standing at his 10. High end over end kick. Sambrano went back to get it. Jabin spins away from one defender. Spins away from the second defender. It's on the loose. Jabin Sambrano with a great return. That's one of those, Bob, where you go inside the 10 and the coach goes, no, no, no. And then he goes, yes, yes, yes.
He's so fun to watch. He's always smiling. Very fast player. Makes things happen. Not afraid to take a chance here. A couple guys miss. He makes one miss there and another one here on a spin move. Almost breaks it big down the sideline.
18 yards on the return. Much better field position for Montana to start this drive at the 25 with under 5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. No gain on that play. They try to run that stretch play as Bob talked about before. Peter Wynn on the carry.
One of the nice things on that stretch, Dennis, Peter able to hide behind those big linemen, and the defense has a hard time seeing him. You got to love that. Again, you can see the center here getting a zone block just to the edge.
Johnson. Jordy trying to get away, not that time. Not going to get away from the Northern Arizona Lumberjack pressure there.
And Grattan was open on the little flare pattern on the left sideline, but Jordy didn't see him initially and couldn't get it to him at the end because he had to pull the ball down to try to run it.
Wayne Anderson was the guy in on the sack, 17th sack of the season for Northern Arizona. Big third down here after the loss of 5. Montana 5 of 9 on third down, or Johnson I should say, in the quarter. Got him in, Grattan behind the defenders in midfield. Sam Grattan got caught behind the defenders and he's dragged down at the 35-yard line. Oh, Northern Arizona coaches are going to pull their hair out over that one. How do you let a guy get behind you like that on a 3rd and 15 for a 45-yard gain?
Well, Grattan's a playmaker, and he loves to do this. Nice throw by Jordy. Gets behind the defense, and they're shaking their head in the secondary because they knew they blew that one. Great catch by Sam.
Taylor Malenfant with it. He just didn't. He let Grattan run right past him. Handed off to Wynn and Canada, I should say. Coming up from the linebacker spot, Scott McKeever. Might have lost a half. He's going to lose an entire yard on that.
That one's a little different where he's in the shotgun formation and hands it off.
5 receivers set here, including Middleton. And Canada, the motion man, who comes back into the backfield. Johnson a throw over the middle. Got a man. Nice catch. Cavario Middleton got those big mitts on it and inside the 20-yard line.
Now Jordy's feeling it right now, throwing some real nice balls downfield. First the one to Grattan, then this one. Watch here, lots of time. Give the line some credit. Great protection and a big first down now in the red zone.
18 yards on that play, and that's twice here in the quarter. He's targeted the tight ends. Hardy last drive, that time Middleton. Canada diving to the 10-yard line. Tripped up by Taylor Julio. Got to mark him now at the 11-yard line. A nice gain on first down. Jordan Canada out. Peter Wynn in. Wynn will keep it. Close to the first down marker. Needed to get to the 7-yard line. And he's going to have it. Down to the 6. Another first down. As we tick down to the 2-minute mark here.
Signaling into plays, Montana uses a silent count. You'll see Jordy just drop his right hand. That tells the center he's ready for it, and then the center will snap it.
See some of the Grizz fans who have made it here to Flagstaff. Johnson going to keep it. Jordy Johnson inside the 5, down to about the 2-yard line.
Well, we talked about what a great competitor Jordy is. That's why he's starting as just a sophomore, but you could just see it in his eyes on those close-up shots right there. He wants to play this game, and boy, he's fun to watch.
Under center, he's going to take it, Bob, and try to get it himself. He's not going to make it.
Yeah, and give the Lumberjacks credit there. Good defensive surge. Everybody in the front just submarines the linemen, and then the linebackers fill.
Alec Hutton with the stop there. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll have a news update from Montana's news station, plus first half highlights and statistics, brought to you by the bookstore at the University Center, your Grizz logo wear source since 1921. Third down conversions in the quarter, Bob. The Grizzlies are 4 of 5.
Well, you can see the Montana coaches, they may take a timeout here. They are going to want to talk about this. They need a touchdown. They know it, and they don't want to squander this third down opportunity.
They're going to let this click down until there was 1 second on the play clock. 40 seconds. You're only going to get this play and maybe one more, so don't want to leave Northern Arizona any time left. That's the first time out for Montana. Let's go down to the sidelines. Derek Berkeley's got an update. Derek?
Well, guys, looking around the rest of the Big Sky Conference today, one score kind of surprising. Montana State had to hang on late to beat Northern Colorado. 31-21 the final score in Greeley, but the Bobcats do stay perfect in Big Sky play. Also, just going into halftime, Weber State out of conference, beating Southern Utah 14-3, and Idaho State had a tough task today. They went to BYU and got kicked 56-3. Later on tonight, there's a big one. Eastern Washington at Sacramento State. That game will start in a couple hours, guys.
All right, Derek.
Well, this is the play of the half, really. We had one earlier when Montana had the ball on the other side of the field on the 1 yard line. Now the ball again on the 1. You got to think they'll kick a field goal if they don't get in. They do have another timeout. They've got a lot of time here, but this is a real big play for the Grizz.
Don't forget, Montana will get the football to start the second half as well here. I like the timeout there to talk it over. See what you want to do. 3 receivers to the top of your screen. Lutra to the bottom. Middleton the motion man. Canada. Canada's in! Jordan Canada off the left side of that line. And when the Grizzlies needed a yard, they ran off the left side, and they're an extra point away from tying this one.
What they did there is they spread the field. They didn't go with a heavy package with a double tight end look. They had wide receivers spread out, which makes the defense spread out, and then they just run behind Big John Oppenrud here, and why wouldn't you? What a great tackle he is, and he gets the key block.
Boy, there's a couple of pancakes in there. Canada with his 4th touchdown run, and Brody McKnight is in to attempt the extra point. And that one is up and good. Boy, the first 5 minutes of this football game, it looked like Montana was going to get blown out of the gym. And instead, the defense has settled in, and so is that man, Jordy Johnson, who has led them on another scoring drive. And as we get ready to head into half, we are all tied up here.
Just a little zone here, and everybody does their job. And again, John Oppenrud with the big block. And a great run there. It's neat to see the Grizzlies come back and answer with 2 touchdowns to tie this up to go into halftime. And remember, they get the ball first in the 3rd quarter.
Oppenrud with that kick out block to open up the hole. And Canada celebrates with some of his offensive linemen. There you see Jordan Canada. Bad news for the Big Sky Conference. He's around for 3 more seasons after this. Here's a look at the MontanaGrizzly.com scoring drive. 10 plays, 75 yards, even more time off the clock. 4 minutes and 15 seconds. That was a marathon drive. The 1 yard touchdown run, I should say, by Canada. And Montana fans are celebrating, and why wouldn't? They just scored. The MontanaGrizzly.com scoring drive. Complete news and stats for Grizzly Athletics since 1999. Visit MontanaGrizzlies.com.
Coach Pflugrad at meetings this week said, I hope Brody kicks all the kickoffs through the back of the end zone because of the elevation, as they don't want Northern Arizona to return these. They've been averaging 29 yards a return and breaking some long runs for touchdowns.
This would be an apropos time to kick it out of the end zone, Bob. And he does it. He doesn't kick it out of the end zone, but he kicks it deep enough. And the decision made by Northern Arizona's Giovanni Dixon, I don't think so. So they'll have it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. A good contingency of Montana fans here. Remember, in the early going, it was Northern Arizona with 145 yards to Montana's 13 yards midway through the 1st quarter of play.
You gotta guard against the long ball here. Remember, they've had first play of the game all the way 77-yarder. So I think it still revolves around pressure on the quarterback.
NAU does have 2 timeouts, 37 seconds. Remember, we're at altitude. You can probably tack on 5 to 8 yards on a kicker's distance here. Grossert. And now we got a penalty flag on the play.
Prior to the snap, false start, 80, offense, 5-yard penalty.
See Jerome a little upset about that. Good shot of him there on the sidelines.
Umodu, their leading receiver coming into this game, moving too early. They need to put 2 seconds back on the clock as well.
Jerome in his 14th year here at Northern Arizona, coached in Montana for close to 10 years under Don Reed, and did a great job as D coordinator.
Been around this conference a long time. A very good assistant at Montana and a very good coach, the all-time wins leader here for Northern Arizona. Grossert now, they'll just give it off to Bowman after the 5-yard penalty. May have taken some steam out of it. Montana has no interest in stopping the clock. Neither does Northern Arizona, and that. No, well, you never know. I thought they may just let it run out. They hand it to Bowman one more time and see. You never know if he can break one or not.
As they'll take a
That's Grossert with a keeper. Waldhauser did a nice job of jumping off the running back and getting to Grossert. The way the half is going to end. Quite a second quarter of play for the University of Montana here. 14 points, 2 great drives by the Grizzlies in the second quarter, and they have evened up this football game. Derek Berkeley down on the sidelines has head coach Robin Pflugrad. Derek?
Coach, 14-0, 5 minutes into this game. How proud of you of the way you came back after that?
Well, we are showing some resolve again, and great defensive stands in the second quarter, and we moved the ball very well at times. Again, we did some hurry-up stuff. That was really our best thing we did in the first quarter. Very unfortunate we didn't get the ball punched in. Huge disappointment on that series, but we got to move on, man. That's in the past.
Jordan Johnson having a very good game so far. What do you think of his play?
Well, it's good. We got to make sure he stays healthy. And, you know, he's got to get rid of that football a little bit quicker sometimes.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Tie game at halftime, guys. Could be in for another barn burner between the Grizz and Jacks.
All right, Derek, thanks for that. It's halftime in Flagstaff. We'll have a news update coming up after the break. Then stay tuned for first half highlights and statistics brought to you by the bookstore, the University Center. Your Grizz logo wear source since 1921. A news update from Montana's news station coming your way next.
The second half of Grizzly Gridiron Classics starts now.
Boy, I expected snow here in Flagstaff. 70-degree day. All right, time to answer our trivia question. Brought to you by Oberto Beef Jerky. Acquire a taste for excellence. Oberto, what school's college football stadium sits at the highest elevation? And our answer is Western State College in Gunnison, Colorado. Bob Hermes was right. Were you right? 7,750 feet. Wyoming's next, 7,200, the largest FBS field. This is the largest FCS field at 6,980. And I'll give you one more fact after the opening kickoff. Jabin Zambrano going to be 3 yards deep. He's going to take it out of the end zone. Yeah, he's not going to get even to the 15-yard line. Tackled right there at the 11. That's where Montana's offense will start. Bob, I bet you didn't know that Colorado Mountain College in Leadville, Colorado, the elevation of the campus, 10,200 feet. No football team there, but they do have an alpine ski team.
I'd say probably a good thing they couldn't play past the first quarter. They'd be too winded.
For the first 3 games, there'd be too much snow on the field. All right, Montana will start it. Not exactly what they had in mind here to start the second half of play after the kick returned by Zambrano. Quick swing pass on the outside. And that is Jordan Canada. Montana trying to do all they can. Oh no, Jordy Johnson is down holding his ankle.
Boy, that is not a good picture. He's been playing so well. Coach Pflugrad mentioned going into the locker room, we got to keep him healthy, and here's the first play.
Well, he just got rolled up on by some offensive linemen in the pass rush.
And Nate Montana is going to probably get the call because Gerald Kemp has not been on the field. Boy, you just got to hope that Jordy's going to be all right, but he is in a lot of pain.
Pickup of about 8 yards on the play, but that's secondary to Johnson, who really had it rolling in the first half.
J.C. White out there, Dennis Murphy, longtime trainer for the Grizz. He is, like I said, in a lot of pain, really wincing. He's a tough guy.
Well, it's the right ankle. They're going to help him off the field, not under his own power, not putting any weight on that leg at all, Bob.
Well, you can see he was taped up already. Jabin had one like that last week and had to wear a boot all week and made it back, but not a good sign.
Well, there you see Mr. Montana, Nate Montana, 13 of 23 on the season, 191 yards passing with a touchdown and an interception. And the game right now is in his hands.
Coach Smith, the offensive coordinator, said this week, when questioned about Nate Montana, he said, you know, he's coming along. We have some ability in him. If we need to go with him, we do have confidence.
Quick throw on the far side. Mutra made a nice catch and got enough for the first down before he's run out of bounds. It's a nice call there, get him feet underneath him, an easy completion on that play.
A nice way to start with a new quarterback, give him a pass he can probably complete with high percentage. Looks like slow motion initially, but then Mutra picks his way for a first down.
We'll bring up a 1st and 10. Montana turns and hands off to Wynn, who lowers his shoulder. Might have got 2 yards on the play.
That's
there.
their
Sorry, Bob.
Stretch sweep there, a little reverse pivot. They don't usually reverse pivot out of that. Good gain, couple yards.
3 receivers, including the tight end Hardy in the near side. Montana, time to throw over the middle, got his man. Across the 30-yard line, catch made by Mitch Saylor. Let's go down to the sidelines. Derek Berkeley's got a special guest with us. Derek?
That's right, guys. Robin Fugrad, the head Grizz coach. His son, Aaron Fugrad, here is a senior wide receiver at Arizona State just down the road. And you get to actually watch your dad coach here. How special is this?
Oh, it's great. You know, it worked out well with the bye week. Come up here and just support the Grizz. And I love the way they're playing. They, you know, showing some heart coming back. And now they're going to win this one.
All right, now you're in the state of Arizona, but how much are you still a Grizz fan, even when you were a kid and your dad was coaching?
Oh, definitely. I follow the Grizz every game. You know a lot of guys on the team. We text each other back and forth, so I feel like I'm kind of a part of the program, even though I'm not there.
Your program right now, Arizona State's in the middle of a very good season. Where do you see the Sun Devils ending up?
You know, we just got to take one game at a time, but you know, we're doing well in that South Division, and hopefully end up playing in the Rose Bowl.
All right, well, good luck the rest of the season, Aaron. Thanks for joining us. Guys, back to you.
All right, Derek, got a chance to watch Aaron Fugrad in high school when his dad was an assistant at Washington State in Pullman High School, and now we've got another player down. Northern Arizona defensive lineman. We're going to take a timeout here. Going to be second and about 13 when we return. Nate Montana's in for the injured Jordan Johnson. Welcome back. Dennis Panchin, Bob Hermes, Derek Berkeley on the sidelines in a 14-14 game early in the third quarter. Nate Montana on a 2nd and long has completed his first 2 passes. He'll swing it out. Denard with it. But he's going to lose 3 yards on that play, a couple of yards on that play. It's going to bring up a big 3rd down play here, Bob.
Well, the Lumberjacks, 2 plays in a row now, bringing a lot of pressure on Nate. They recognize that he's a new quarterback with not a lot of experience, so they're going to give him heat. Nate's seen it coming and checked out of it, but here they come again.
Grizz 8 of 12 so far on 3rd down, but this is a tall task here on a 3rd and 15. Montana changing the play. 5 receiver set. NAU bringing blitz. Montana running for his life. Will throw it deep down the field and overthrew Grattan. Overthrew everybody. He was close to the line of scrimmage when he let it go, and that'll force a punting situation here.
Now they got to flush him out of the pocket. They know he's a pocket thrower, and once he's on the run, it's harder for him than it is for Jordy. Jordy's more of a running style thrower, whereas Nate is more of a pocket passer.
He got a little extra zip on that. Well, a bad angle on the defensive secondary coverage by Dosen. He took an underneath angle. If he could have put a little more air underneath that, Grattan could have ran up and made a catch. McKnight, straightaway kick, and a fair catch called for. It looks like Northern Arizona, Bob, is almost sailing their returners. Fair catch everything here. Taylor Malenfant has had a lot of opportunities, and he has just not decided it. 42 yards on the punt.
Montana's defense has been one of the reasons they've been winning games of late, and they've just performed very well all year in the second half, and they're going to need to today to get a win.
Here, check the Grizzlies sidelines. Jordan Johnson is not on the sidelines, but their locker room, Bob, is right behind their bench. They can take him in, retape the ankle, get an examination. We'll get an update for you as soon as we hear something on Jordan Johnson. Northern Arizona will start it with their own 24-yard line. Bowman. Bowman is hit by about 6 different Grizzlies. Tremaine Johnson came up and laid a lick on him. And finally, Featherston finished him off.
Corner blitz by Tremaine. He's a physical player. And it was power on power, Grizz red run all the way here.
Well, Bowman he had no chance that time. He got hit 6 ways from sideways. He just got racked on that play. Barely got back to the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a gain of a yard statistically. It'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Just underway here, first possession of the second half for the Lumberjacks. Grossert will throw. Flushed out of the pocket, now will run. Steps out of bounds near the first down marker. He stepped out of bounds at the 32-yard line. He'll be short. It'll bring up, though, a 3rd and short.
Grizz bring pressure. McSurdy up the middle, little twist inside as well. He reads that well and then kicks it outside for a first down.
A little bit of a zone blitz. You saw Featherston drop off in coverage and Murray actually in the backfield. Coach Bresky really mixing it up.
Remember, no team with a turnover yet. Montana would love to get one here on defense.
Northern Arizona just 2 of 6, but they have not converted their last 3 4th down conversions. They do get that one. Bowman on the run. Hermiston up from the secondary with Tully as well. That'll give Northern Arizona a new set of downs at the 36-yard line.
Bowman, not a tall running back, under 6 feet, well under, but he's strong enough to get those inside yards.
Goes at 200 pounds, and he's just a sophomore. 88 yards on 11 carries. And of course, that 2nd touchdown of the game for Northern Arizona. Grossert steps up to avoid the rush and can't get away from Caleb McSurdy. McSurley will drop in for a short loss on the play, and McSurley's not getting up.
Looks like he might have got something into the face mask area. Under his face mask. Alex Shaw that time blitzed from the outside backer and flushed the quarterback. Somebody's finger probably got under that face mask.
Some players wear a shield to cover where their eyes are. McSurdy does not. They're working on his left eye there. See if we can see it here.
Watch Alex Shaw there, 32, flushes the quarterback, and then Caleb comes in.
Oh, it looks like Tyrone Duncan put a finger in his eye there. Watch number 59 when he reaches for the quarterback. Right there with his right hand. McSurdy 5 tackles, 1 for loss on that play, and that one is a sack, the 2nd of the game for Montana.
Well, he talked about pressure on that quarterback. That was a good example there of flushing him where he can't complete the ball.
2nd down and 12. Coyle in now. Stuberg as well at the linebackers. Grossert pitched to Bowman. Bowman on the outside. Got outside the contain man. And he picks up almost 11 yards, gets to the 45-yard line, and it'll bring up a 3rd and a long one.
Little option here. Featherston makes him pitch, but there's not help on the corner.
Murray and Featherston both going for the quarterback, and that left Bowman open. Grizz go with 5 D linemen here, Bob. Stacking the box. They're going to hand it to Bowman. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. What a job by Montana up front on the left side. Duncan was there. Hermanson came up as well. And that's going to force a punting situation. Great job by the Grizzly defense.
And super job. Hermanson really does a super job here at the end. Makes the play diving inside and stops him for a first down.
Well, your safety comes up and drops him on an off-tackle running play for a loss of a half a yard. Now you're playing. Well, the Grizzly defense hasn't given up nothing since those 2 first opening touchdowns. Zamora, big kick. Zambrano back at his 10-yard line. Lisowski got a block. Jamin out across the 25-yard line and taken out of bounds. Now there's a penalty flag back at the 10.
In the area of holding, this will be interesting.
That's going to be on Lisowski. They're going to call that block not as good as I thought it originally was. And if that's the case, that ball's going to be back at the 5-yard line. Let's watch it. Number 5. Well, you can call one of about 3 things there, Bob. Holding, blocking the back.
Holding on the return team. Half the distance.
That flag came in awful late, but certainly the penalty was deserved by Lisowski, cornerback and special teams player. And Nate Montana's going to be in the shadow. No, Jordy Johnson is in.
Well, that's a good sign for the Grizzlies to see him back.
Well, let's see how that ankle is running. Maybe they took some of that spray they use in soccer, Bob, and put it on his ankle. And well, I wasn't sure he was coming back at all. Oh, and they just leveled Johnson as he handed the football off. Oh my goodness, Jordy Johnson got blasted into the next week.
Well, safety blitz here as they're coming big time, and he does take a big hit.
Wow, Blake Bailey had one job that time, and that was to hit Johnson. They'll hand it off again, first down yardage and then some, keeping those legs pumping. Jordan Canada. Second good game for Jordan Canada in a row here.
Wonderful play here. Danny Kister pulling out there from guard position. Big block downfield, and Canada just kind of bowls over people for a first down.
And that Montana offense is up-tempo right now. Canada off the left side, short gain on the play. Tim Wilkinson, one of the defensive linemen in there for the stop.
We talked about Montana's offensive front playing much better the last couple games. It's very physical in there, and they're staying with the run here.
Johnson gives it off the left side of Canada. Not that time. Big play on the left side of the defensive line there by Alec Hutton.
Yeah, Alec did a nice job. Alex Burton tried to help out with a block, but he got beat on that one.
There you see the play off the left side. 5 receiver set. We've not seen Jordan Johnson throw the football, Bob, since he returned from that ankle injury. Let's see how it sets up here on the pass play. Northern Arizona bringing 5. Johnson out of the pocket. Deep ball, throws it. Sam Grattan too far. Jordy was running for his life and tried to throw a deep ball at the same time. Didn't seem to be affected by it. Is there a phone booth on the other side of the field that he's been in?
Just overthrows a little bit. They flush him. He's got to hurry it almost over the line of scrimmage. They didn't make a call there, but just over the top.
Did you see how nimble he was?
Yeah,
the last series, he couldn't put any weight on it.
Good to see that, as I mentioned. They're going to need him on the stretch here.
This kid's tougher than a $2 steak. McKnight standing at his own 6. Brody gets a high kick away. Oliphant fair catches it again. He's certainly has had room to run this football, and he has not done it so far. A 49-yard punt for McKnight, still tied with just under 7 minutes to go in the third. Welcome back. Some of the student body here, and I do mean student body. Bob, you know, it is a scientific fact, and I say this as a large man myself. All large men are usually vowels when they take their shirts off, and I believe he is the U in NAU. So, having a good time here, and why wouldn't you? 6:54 to go. Northern Arizona will start it. Grossert will throw it. Got his man. Caught by the tight end across the 40-yard line. That's Riley with it.
Really nice play there by NAU. Cannon not able to get deep enough on his drop. They throw it right over the top of him and inside the zone for a good completion. Nice play by them.
Well, Johnson has returned to the game, but McSurdy has not. But the good news is Caleb has his helmet on. And right next to the defensive coaches on the far sideline. Bowman tripped up. Houston Roots firing in there like a missile. Took out Bowman's leg and sent him flying.
Well, that was a corner blitz, and Houston has been playing better each game the last 3 or 4 to the point of being a powerful cornerback, but he really disguised his blitz. Nobody saw him coming. He didn't move before the snap, and at the snap he took off and made a big stop.
Headed down to the sidelines to Derek Berkeley after this play with a couple of injury updates here. Gain of about a half a yard, make it a 2nd and long 9. Out of the gun, Grossert, quick throw. Sizz with it on the outside. Tries to lean ahead, got into Grizzly territory at about the 49. Let's go down to the sidelines with Derek.
Well, guys, you mentioned the Grizz locker room, which is right behind their bench. I don't know what magic they are performing in there so far, but Jordan Johnson came out, and you saw him back in the game. Now, Caleb McSurdy, they are looking at his eye. You guys hit that right on the head, looking at if he can follow a finger with vision, that kind of thing. He does have his helmet on and does look like he will get back in the game, but we have not yet seen him on this drive. Both of them went into the locker room for quite some time, but now it looks like both will be back in the game.
You saw the Pirate, Caleb McSurdy, give us a little one eye there. Squinting that right eye, trying to blink it. Just put a patch on it and get him back in there. Toss, Bowman with it. Cut back. Bowman extra yardage on the cutback. Shaw has him by the ankle, but not before he gets to the 40-yard line. And I wonder, oh yes, Mr. McSurdy is coming back into the game.
Well, Jonathan Smith is livid on the sideline. They ran a crackback here on the wide receiver cracking. It's a legal block, but it's some would say it's unethical, but they did crack the corner D-tackle for the Grizz. Last year, you might remember Severin Campbell getting knocked out of the season on that type of block, and Coach Smith very upset.
9 yards for Bowman on the plays, over 100 yards now in the game. Grossert locked into his receiver near sideline, threw it. Was it a catch? No, out of bounds. Boy, Grossert locked onto that receiver the entire time. I think that was not Padden. I thought it was Padden.
That was the first time, and you just see the ball a little bit out of bounds here. That was the first time they'd used that crackback by the wide receiver. We'll see if they come back to that.
Rickert there. Good call by the official. Watch the official, the linesman, right on play. No argument there. Good call, and he was right on it and made the call immediately. Good officiating. 2nd down and 10. 2 wides to the top of your screen. Grossert under center this time. Power football. Bowman. Bo Tully up from his linebacker spot making the play. Short gain. Call it 2, 2nd and 8.
Chris Bradford also in there on the tackle. Good job by him at the defensive end position.
6 DBs now coming to this game on 3rd down and 8.
Jerome's going to take a timeout here. He sees this as a big play, Dennis, because they're in Grizzly territory.
He might be right, Bob. Northern Arizona is 2 of 3 in 3rd down plays. Jerome Sowers wants to talk about it. First time out of the second half. Still tied at 14. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the 3rd. There's a Grizz fan pretty happy about their performance here. Big play here coming up on 3rd down. Bob, the Montana Grizzly coaches up here in the press box are 2 booths away from us. Body language, they look like a confident group.
Big play here, Dennis. We'll see how it turns out.
38 yards. Inside the 50 is range of their kicker. And a draw play, and he loses yardage. Brian Waldhauser was there to finish, or to start. Caleb McSurdy to finish.
Well, they fooled Montana earlier in the game on that play. This time, no one was fooled really in that defensive front. They played it perfectly. Little delay. Quarterback shows it a little earlier than he probably should have, but great play by the defensive front.
You called a timeout to run that play? Wow. Northern Arizona will punt it. Zambrano standing at his own 10. Zamora Kind of an end-over-end kick, looking for a little backspin on it. He doesn't get it. He tried to use the old sand wedge there from the 40-yard line. He tried to back it up, and he couldn't do it. That's really a bad play by their kicker. That's a net punt of 20 yards. Montana will have it 1st and 10 at the 20, and a great job by the Grizzly defense holding on that play. Montana has not given up any points since the first 5 minutes of this football game. Remember, the Grizzlies outscoring opponents in the 3rd quarter 83-30. Jordan Johnson back in the game. Canada behind him. He'll hand him the ball. They'll flip it to Sambrano. Javen Sambrano's got blockers on the corner. Sambrano, it's a foot race. He's got Sam Grattan ahead of him. Javen Sambrano, he's in! Touchdown Montana! 80 yards on the reverse. And the Montana Grizzlies have their first lead of this football game.
What a wonderful play call. What excellent execution. This is a play they run at least once a game, and they definitely fool the Lumberjacks, but more than fooling them, they executed it perfectly. And right there, Jabin was smart to get into the middle of the field so he can make some options at the end of the play. Great job by the Grizz.
Wow. He had more blockers out in front of him than they had defenders for it. They completely bought the toss to Canada. And Brody McKnight with another extra point. He's 5 extra points away from being #1 all time.
Well, and give the offensive coordinating coaches a lot of credit here. One of my wife's favorite plays, the old reverse, and he runs it to perfection down the sideline for a big touchdown.
Well, Bob, your wife's happy, and so are a lot of Grizzly fans here with that play. Jordy Johnson ran 80 yards looking for somebody to block, and he didn't have to.
And Jabin, we talk about his speed and his personality, the smile that he always has. He's got to be smiling right now. And watch here. This is where he does a great job. He gets to the middle of the field so he has options and then makes it work.
Down to the sidelines, Derek Berkeley's got more. Derek?
Dennis, you just kind of touched on that there. I think been a better sign for Grizz fans than the huge touchdown was that the 2 people running 80 yards on that play both have been leaving games with ankle injuries lately. Did not seem like that slowed down Jordan Johnson or Javen Sambrano at all on that 80-yard touchdown.
Derek, all right, if you got an ankle injury, give the Montana training department a call. They'll get you right back to work. They'll get you right back on your feet in minutes.
Well, Jordan's hiding a real big smile. He's got a little smile going, but they've got to love that play.
He's not hiding it there, Bob. He's got it out.
Yeah, he's very happy.
Aaron Williams back there for Northern Arizona, along with Giovanni Dixon. Dixon, a dangerous speed man, and they've been kicking away from him all game long. Not this time. He's going to get a chance to return it. Takes it at the 4. Dixon trying to set up some blocks, got all the way out to about the 30-yard line, and that's where Northern Arizona will take over. With 2:51 remaining here in the 3rd quarter of play. And the Grizzlies really defense stingy here so far in the last quarter and a half of this football game. McSurdy back on the sidelines. Kanagana, Stuberg, and Coyle at the linebacking core. Double tight end with Bowman behind Grosser. He's going to look for a pass, and he's going to go down. He is sacked. Harris again with another sack. Harris on the season, Bob, his 4th sack of the year.
Well, the Grizzly defense smelling it a little bit right now in terms of momentum and turnaround of the game. So they come in and make a big play. Houston Roots on a corner blitz, but there's just a lot of pressure.
Give Featherston a half a sack as well on that one. Those are the 2 leading sack artists for Montana. Featherston from the right end, Harris from the left end, and they met at the quarterback. 3-man front now for Montana. Grizz fans are starting to make as much noise as the Jack fans. Grosser's got to run out of the pocket. Looking for yardage, and he is tackled by Coyle. Got back to the line of scrimmage. Actually got more than that back, but did not get back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up a second down, Bob, and about 14.
Grizzlies run a twist there. Featherston from the outside comes across, and then Brock Coyle, the Bozeman, Montana native, comes across from outside linebacker. There's a good shot of him there. Makes a great tackle.
Minute and a half remaining, third quarter. Northern Arizona's not done anything this quarter. Grossert to throw. Blitz. Now he'll scramble. He'll go down! Second sack of the series. Waldhauser, Featherstone, and a bunch of Grizzlies in on that one.
And there were receivers open downfield, but he had no time. Coach Bresky bringing pressure there. As I mentioned, they're smelling it here as far as victory opportunity and blood in the water. They're going for it.
Fourth sack of the game. Montana with 2 sacks on that series. And our replay is brought to you exclusively by TeamUpMontana.com. And another 3 and out for Northern Arizona. Zamora, low kick, takes a bounce at the 40. Zambrano lets it roll, and it'll roll down to about the 21-yard line, and that's where Montana will start it. And Bob, for the first time, the Grizzly offense will go out on the field with a lead. They've not played with a lead so far on the 57-yard punt from Zamora.
Well, we saw NAU open with a big play, and that time the Grizzlies on the reverse counter back later in the game here, but a great time in the game to have that play work.
That run was the longest run. So now Zambrano has an 80-yard touchdown pass and an 80-yard run. Grizzlies hand it straight up the middle. Canada with it. And a gain of about a yard on the play. And that's going to be the final play of the quarter, Bob. They're going to let this quarter run out.
Yeah, smart play here. They line up ready to go, but I'm pretty sure you're right. Coaches are going to let this wind down.
No more third quarter action. Montana just increases that. They've outscored their opponents 90-30 in the third quarter of play. There you see Jordan Johnson and the Grizzlies with the lead here in Flagstaff against Northern Arizona with 15 minutes remaining.
Ready for the fourth quarter on Grizzly Gridiron Classics. You're watching College Football Saturday from MTN Sports. Presented in high definition by Team Up Montana.
Welcome back. Dennis Panchin, Bob Hermes, Derek Berkeley down on the sidelines. Our entire MTN crew with you. 119 yards in offense for Montana in that quarter, Bob Hermes. Just 41 for Northern Arizona.
As we mentioned, Montana feeling it a little bit, but a lot of football yet to play, and this one's still in doubt, but you got to love the momentum Montana has right now.
Now, if you look at those fans, those are Northern Arizona fans kind of sitting at the edge of their seat, holding their breath. If you looked at the Montana fans the last few minutes, they've been up on their feet, screaming and yelling. Second down play, Johnson, pump fake. Now he'll run. And Jordy just going to throw it. Hit one of the managers over there. And they'll reload. I love that about Jordan Johnson. He'll move with his feet, but he doesn't try to force anything. If he doesn't like it, he'll throw it away.
Yeah, good defense by NAU. Give a lot of credit there to the Lumberjacks. And as you mentioned, Jordy gets rid of the ball and just resets here on third down.
Canada next to Johnson. Now he'll move him to the near side, short side of the field. Johnson blitz coming. Barely got rid of it, and down he goes. Big pressure coming right up the middle from Tevin Ray, and Johnson slow to get up and a little bit of a limp.
One of the things the Lumberjacks have been doing, and you see the blitz there and the pressure, and boy, Jordy really does go down hard. But they're taking their defensive end, and on a flare pass, they're letting him play coverage. And Jordy saw that and then had to recheck and it was too late off the blitz.
We see Gerald Kemp give him a pat on the back there as he comes off the field. We have not seen Kemp in this football game here. McKnight gets a foot into it at about the 11. High kick. And another fair catch. That's all we have seen so far. Fair catches, and nothing but fair catches from Taylor Malenfant. He came in, Bob, averaging almost 12 yards of return. They're not letting him return the football.
And he's making those fair catches while the ball's still well from him. And basically, like you said, they just made a decision to play it safe and catch the ball.
Northern Arizona will start it at their own 30-yard line, trying to find their offense here that has vanished since those 2 touchdowns. Northern Arizona in the first quarter had 219 yards, just 104 yards, and no points since that point in time. The Grizzly defense has turned the lights out on this team. Keeper on the play by the quarterback, Grossert. Featherston there. He faked to Bowman, and then he just kind of followed it.
Featherston appealing to the line judge for a holding call at the end of the play, but he did not get it.
Bob, he's been getting mugged on his rush on the outside.
Ryan is a really good player out of Helena, Montana. I saw him on Friday. We were visiting. He said, you know, we're going to see what we're made of. We got 3 tough games and got to go on the road. We're going to have to play well. And boy, he sure has played well himself today.
Matt Wilson, who's playing that right tackle, has had a whole lot of hold of Featherston there. They'll run it to Bowman. He gets stacked up close to the line of scrimmage. Might have got a yard, but that no more than that. A whole bunch of Grizzlies, and Hermanson again up from his secondary. Ben Hughes.
See Ryan go inside that time. Back comes to the outside, but lots of help with Alex Shaw and the defensive secondary coming in.
4 of 11 on 3rd down conversions here. Northern Arizona is after the short gain. Call it 3rd and a short 4, long 3. Grossert, blitz coming, Shaw the 4th rusher. Got it to Sizz underneath. And he has 1st down yardage. Tackled short of midfield by Murray of the Grizzlies. But not before he picks up a 1st down and just the 5th 3rd down conversion of the game.
Nice play call here. They come across the grain with that back kind of sneaking out from the right side going to the left. Montana did a nice job to rally to the play, but he was open.
13 yards on that pickup. Under 13 minutes here to go in this football game. Northern Arizona trying to tie it up with a drive here. Grossert, straight drop over the middle, got his man Padden. Padden got away with a push, and he's gone. One of the defenders from Montana tried to push him down, and that just spurted him ahead. And a touchdown, Padden's 2nd of the game, 6th of the season, 51 yards on the catch and run. And Jerome Sowers congratulating his quarterback Grossert for a nice throw.
Montana blitzed that time. He showed composure holding it and threw a nice ball over the middle.
Just ran away from the defenders, and the extra point to tie this one is up and good. Well, we played this far with 12:40 remaining in a football game. Nothing's been decided here in Flagstaff. Welcome back, Flagstaff, Arizona. Northern Arizona with a nice drive in their first scoring play since the first 5 minutes of the game. We're all tied at 21. Why wouldn't this be tight, Bob? Last year was tight. 2 years ago it went into overtime. Why wouldn't it come down to the final play?
Well, both coaches felt it would go down and be a very close game, and they are correct.
Nobody's leaving. If you're watching us at home, and thanks for joining us. Appreciate you taking part of your Saturday to be with us. Jabin Sembrano. And Peter Wynn says, Jabin, I love you, man, but don't return that kick. All right, here's the scoring drive brought to you by MontanaGrizzly.com. 4 plays, 70 yards, the 50-yard touchdown pass and run to Padden from Grossert 2 minutes and 3 seconds. MontanaGrizzly.com, complete news and stats for Grizzly Athletics since 1999. Patton's had a monster game here. He's got 4 catches for 159 yards and 2 touchdowns. Could he be your Big Sky Conference Offensive Player of the Week? He's making a case for it. They're going to hand it off. Peter Wynn spinning away from one defender. And a penalty flag comes flying in late. He got across the 25-yard line.
That might be against NAU on a late hit or extracurricular after the play.
After the play, dead ball foul, number 38, defense, blow to the head. 15 yards, automatic, first down.
Wow, this is a bad penalty against NAU and a silly one. Blow to the head, and that's 15 free yards.
Taylor Malenfant led with his helmet that time. He's had a rough day. He's not been able to return a punt, and now he gets 15 yards, and that gives Montana the ball at the 42-yard line. That kind of penalty will drive a coach nuts. 5 receiver set for the Grizzlies here. Johnson, quick release, got it to Mutra. Antoine across the 45-yard line, brought down by Taylor Julio.
They had open coverage. Sam Grattan running alone on the right side. Majority pressure dumped in, didn't make the right decision. But no doubt those offensive coaches upstairs saw that. 2nd and 4. Wynn trying to get outside, stumbling, rumbling, and he's pushed out of bounds. I think he's about a yard short of the first down marker. Boy, he lost his footing almost at the hash marks and then just kind of kept rolling outside. A lot of courage here by Peter. He's a small back and he takes a licking, but watch the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th effort. Good job. And he got the first down.
He's got the first down, got the mark over there. Great job by Wynn. That was 4 tough yards, and he got him. 3 receivers set. They're all to the near side. The bottom of your screen. Johnson hands it off to Wynn, and he's not going to get anywhere.
Now NAU right now stacking the box, trying to take the run away. We talked about Montana wanting to win on first down. That time NAU won that battle.
Craig Fromm with a tackle. Came into this as their leading tackler and 2nd leading solo tackler. A loss of a yard on the play. Johnson, no back attack, 5 receiver set. Over the middle, got his man. Carver with a catch. You got to take a second to make sure it's not Grattan. Carver and Grattan going to the same barber, Bob.
Yeah, both Montana players. It's good to see Bryce get a catch from Dylan. Works real hard at practice. One of the hardest working receivers on the team, and nice catch by him.
3rd and about 4 here. Johnson, there's the screen pass. Not this time. That's the play they ran for the touchdown, and Northern Arizona had it sniffed out. They tried to get the ball on the swing pass out there to Canada, and they tied him up.
Yeah, they had this all the way. They read the lineman releasing, and they followed him. That's a perfect way to counter that screen.
No gain on that play. Just too many blue shirts out there. Nice job by Perry Jackson, was the first guy to get out there to the defensive lineman. McKnight standing at his own 42. High end over end kick. Ball's going to take a bounce at the 1-yard line and roll into the end zone. A net of 23 yards on that punt. McKnight with a 43-yard punt. And Northern Arizona will have the football back. 9:50 remaining here, still tied in Flagstaff. Welcome back. There you see the Northern Arizona defensive unit gathered around their defensive coaches, and they came up with a nice stop there and forced the Grizzlies to punt the football away. Northern Arizona, last drive they had, they marched the length of the field, scoring a touchdown. Trying to retake the lead here. Bowman trying to go to the outside. Too many. Wow, he keeps his feet. Boy, Bowman looked like he was going to be stopped for a gain of about a yard or 2. Finally, Alex Shaw brought him down. Houston Roots out there.
It looked like Mike McCord would maybe get him in the backfield here, but he can't bring him down. He breaks the tackle. Good run.
They're just running over people. He turned a 2-yard or a 1-yard gain into that, Bob, into about a 7.5-yard gain. Call it a 2nd and long 2 here. 117 yards on 19 carries and a touchdown for Mr. Bowman. He gets another touch. Harris had him by one hand and then just kind of held on to him. Bowman couldn't run out of his grasp. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage. Ooh, we got a nice mark there. Ooh.
Nice play up front, pretty physical as you can see inside the trenches. We'll see if NAU decides to run here on 3rd and short. Watch for that cross the grain pass they ran earlier where they got the flow going one way, come back underneath.
Don't forget, Bob, they tried it 3rd and short here earlier in the half and got stuffed. Double tight, single running back here. They're going to give it to Bowman. Off the left side, keeps his feet. Bowman into the secondary. Tremaine Johnson stops him at the 45-yard line. But Zach Bowman burst through the line, and how did he maintain his footing? Wow, what a play.
Well, you talked about Big Sky Player of the Week. He's kind of making a statement here in 4th quarter. Those are 2 big rushes in a row. This one is huge for his team.
Picked up 25 yards on the run that time. I'll tell you what, Tremaine Johnson with a heck of an open field tackle right there, but wow. As we hit the 8-minute mark here. Bowman. And he is arm tackled and brought down by Waldhauser.
Well, that's a sign of an offensive coordinator recognizing that his running back is feeling it. This is the 3rd or 4th play in a row they've given it to him, and why not? He's been so effective. Really nice play there by Waldhauser.
Cutback lane that time was sealed off. Dixon is in the lineup. Bowman is taking a break.
You know the trouble with a running back like that, Dennis, you get him running and then you run the play action and you go downfield and it's hard to make a play.
Dixon now, and as we said, Padden in motion. Grosser will throw the screen to Dixon. Down the sidelines, inside the 30, down to the 25-yard line. McSurdy ran him out of bounds. You saw the speed of Giovanni Dixon, 19 yards on the play.
Little fake out to the left side, and then they come back with the slip screen down the sideline. Big yardage here.
Well, you're sitting close to your TV. You made the assist on that tackle by Hermanson. Any closer, and you'd have had to clean up a mess. 6:44 and counting here. Grizz show blitz. Quick swing pass out on the outside. Padden trying to cut it back. Coyle with a tackle. Ben Harris from his defensive line position getting out there as well. Not before the ball has been inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. A pickup of 6.
Little bubble screen out to the perimeter. They cancel the sideline, so he cuts it back, and Montana fills nicely with several players on the tackle.
I think everybody in this building has moved to the edge of their seats. The interesting thing is, Bob, is most of the Grizzly fans are in that side of the field, on the far side. See if they can make a little noise here. Grosser. Bowman back in the lineup. Hesitates, strung out, and dropped a big loss.
I think there's going to be holding, which Montana may decline because they sacked him anyway. Good defense by the Grizz.
Tully and Stuberg on it. This is just too many Grizz. This is where you want to do sweep football. Look at Tully and look at Stuberg just stringing out. Kanagata's there, Johnson's there. He had no place to go. He was looking for an angle. No cutback lanes, no runs.
Excellent defense. They're visiting with the UM coaches whether they want to accept this or not.
Penalty supply. Third
Well, he
down.
lost 6 yards on that play. Robin Pflugrad making a decision here. He already lost 6. You would have given him an additional down for 4 more yards.
Well, they're in field goal territory. With the game tied.
Right, 4 yards, they still would have been in field goal territory and give him the extra yard. I think he makes the right decision on a 3rd and 10. Northern Arizona, good early on 3rd down, bad middle, good late. 3rd down, Bowman looks like they're going to just try to get it in the middle of the field and kick a field goal here. On a 3rd and 10, they run an off tackle play.
As you mentioned, they're just trying to get the lead, definitely within the kicker's range. Brody McKnight had talked to Coach Pflugrad about his ability to hit a 60-yarder in this altitude here today, and I saw him hitting 52-yarders in warm-up. This is going to be about 40 for NAU.
Matt Myers from 40 and out is 5 of 10 on the season. He's missed his last 3 field goals, or 3 of his last 4. This will be 40 yards. Kick is on the way, and it is, no, it is good. I thought he missed it right. It is good with 4:45 to go. Northern Arizona settling for a field goal there. They hand the ball back to Montana. Grizzlies trail it by 3 with plenty of time left. Welcome back, Dennis Patchen, Bob Hermes, Derek Berkeley here as Northern Arizona has retaken the lead 24-21. Here's a look at the MontanaGrizzly.com scoring drive. 9 plays, 57 yards. The 40-yard field goal by Myers took 5 minutes and 5 seconds off the clock. MontanaGrizzly.com, complete news and stats for Grizz Athletics since 1999. Have you moved to the edge of your seat? Maybe you're not even sitting anymore. All of a sudden, Northern Arizona's fans are back into this football game. 10 unanswered points by the Lumberjacks. They'll kick it away from Zambrano to Wynn. At the 5, Peter Wynn. Peter Wynn up the middle. One man to beat. The kicker slowed him down. What a great return. Peter Wynn, they kicked away from Jamin Zambrano. And the young man from Bellevue gets the Grizzlies great field position here at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, Peter's very dangerous. He's as dangerous as Jamin, especially once he gets that first seam right there, and now he can run, and he's so quick. It's fun to watch him.
Zamora, the kicker, slowed him down, and that allowed the pursuit to catch up with him. A 49-yard return there, his longest of the season. Hand it off! There he goes! Down the sidelines, it's Canada! Touchdown! No flags on the field! Wow, Jordan Canada bounced it off the left side and bounced it outside, 46 yards, and Montana is back in front.
Well, that is a little trap play, and it worked to perfection as Canada hit the seam, broke the first tackle, and then he did the rest. What a nice play. You watch a little pull here by the right guard. He gets the seam on the trap, and off he goes.
Wow. I mean this jokingly. Canada with 98 yards and 2 touchdowns, but maybe a little seriously, Bob, did they score too soon?
No.
Okay, well, that's the definitive answer.
No, you want those points when you can get them.
McKnight, 4 extra points away from becoming the all-time extra point leader in Montana history. Jordan Canada, we got to know you last week, and welcome back to the party. What a run by Canada.
And it's just what the Grizzlies needed. You talked about a little early, but with 4.5 left, there's plenty of time for another possession by both clubs. It's going to come down, as we sort of talked about all game, to the defense now. Defense has to answer the call. What a nice run. Good job.
Let's go down to the sidelines. Derek Berkeley with an update. Derek?
Well, guys, if the Grizzlies can hang on and pick up this victory, that would give them 26 straight winning seasons. And that started in 1986, Don Reed's first year in Montana, where 2 of here, Robin Pflugrad and Jerome Sowers. They were both on that first staff that started this tradition of winning seasons for Montana. Now they're on opposite sidelines here, and they've been good friends, guys, since 6th grade when they grew up in Eugene, Oregon. And both do have a big stake in this Grizzlies tradition.
We were going to talk about that. They went to school together, and I'm sure played together as youth. And it's neat that I saw them before the game, arms congratulating each other and saying hello, and I'm sure they're good friends, but boy, they're competing now.
Jerome Sowers has beaten every team in the Big Sky Conference as the head coach at Northern Arizona except for one, and he's playing him today. Brody McKnight, the end-over-end kick. Ball taken right there by Williams. Williams trying to find a seam. He does, out to the 25-yard line. Man alive, Bob. Every time somebody touches the ball, we're expecting big plays. The crowd is in it. What a finish here.
Yeah, it's electrifying. You got to give credit to UM Special Teams. They've done a good job on the return. We talked about how efficient NAU is on returning, and they've held them in check pretty well all day.
The Montana scoring drive brought to you by MontanaGrizzly.com. One play, 46 yards, the Jordan Canada run. Each team has had a touchdown in this game of one play. Montana hoping that Northern Arizona doesn't have two. Quick throw, got it out to Sizz, and he can't hang on to it. He was actually moving backwards and trying to lean forward and catch the ball. Grosser did not hit him in the right place.
Well, he's had a good day catching and running with the ball. That time, a little bubble screen. Montana read it correctly, and they were there even if he'd have made the catch.
Half the Grizzly crowd on the far side is standing right now. They can't even make themselves sit down. 2nd and 10. You see the time remaining in the upper right portion of your screen. Grosser with Bowman in the backfield. He'll throw. Got his man. Wasowski tackles Sizz right away. Got about half of what they needed for the first down.
Sean Murray dropping into a cover 3 on the snap. Basically, they playing thirds out there, helping each other in the short pass. Not enough for a first down.
5 yards, bring up a 3rd and 5. 2 of 3 this quarter, 6 of 14 in the game on 3rd down conversions for Northern Arizona.
And they may go for it after this play if they're short.
They only have 2 timeouts remaining. Remember, they took one in the 3rd quarter. Grizzly fans with a chant of defense. Grosser got his man Sizz. Can he get away from Tully to get the first down? He does! Mike Sizz with a diving attempt to get the first down, and he got it by a yard.
Well, that's one of the hardest plays in football to make, is to break down on the perimeter as a defensive back when the back has open field and make a play. He did a good job rallying, but they did get the first down. This is a tough play right here.
Murray on the corner blitz. That meant the safety, Tully, had the receiver on the outside. That's a tough matchup. 1st and 10, Northern Arizona. Grosser, flushed, on the move. Got his man, Sizz. Pickup of 9 yards, and they say he stayed in bounds. The clock continues to roll as we go under 3 minutes in the football game. Nobody's got any fingernails left in this joint. They have bitten them all off. Now they're chewing on fingers. Sizz, 2 catches, 49 yards. Clock rolling here on a 2nd and 1. It's almost like a free play here. They're going to hand it to Bowman. First down. Puts his head down. Kanagata was there. Duncan was there. And one of the Grizzlies is not getting up. Mike McCord stuck his helmet in the hole there, and he is slow to not getting up.
Both teams laying it all out on the field. Everybody's playing full out. Look at that contact. And that running back for NAU, Mr. Bowman, is very tough.
Mike McCord down on the field, the Montana training staff. There are going to be a lot of sore bodies after this one. Going to be tough getting out of bed tomorrow here in Flagstaff for the Lumberjacks or in Missoula. Let's take a look at this week's Building the Future, sponsored by Northwest Energy. This week we profile freshman running back Gavin Hatchfords. He's 6'2", he's 207 pounds. He rushed for 907 yards and 8 touchdowns for CMR in Great Falls last year. That earned him a 2nd-team All-State. He was also first-team selection at linebacker. He's also an outstanding student, had a 4.0 GPA in high school, doing it on the field and in the classroom. Gavin Hatchford, the latest Building for the Future, brought to you by Northwest Energy.
Coach Pflugrad running out on the field to check on his player.
Tremaine Johnson's got his helmet off on a knee. He and Mike McCord spent a lot of time together in meetings and elsewhere.
See if we can see the injury on the replay. Pretty good form on the tackle, but he must have, on the collision, got hurt.
Might have been a helmet to helmet there, Bob.
I think you're right. That is what they're examining.
Ooh.
You know, that tackling is something you want to keep your head out of the contact if at all possible. Use your chest, arms, and hips on the tackle. But good news there.
That's the best news you can see on a helmet-to-helmet hit is a guy walking off the field. We may not see Mike McCord, who's just down the road in Phoenix, Arizona. We may not see him the rest of the game, but the fact that he is walking off the field, we can all start breathing again. Well, the clock is rolling now with 2:25 and counting. Northern Arizona needs the touchdown. The field goal is going to do them no good here. Blitz coming. Quick throw, got it out to Padden, steps out of bounds. Houston Roots was there. Grizz selling out, all-out blitz that time.
They tried to hide it, but just before the snap, quarterback saw him coming and flipped it out quickly. A good decision by him to get rid of it. Coach Bresky's a gambler. You know he's going to bring pressure, which I think is the right move here.
They can't let a guy stand back there and have time to throw the football. That's certainly correct. Pickup of about 5 yards on that play. It'll be second and a long 5. Bad snap. Grossert looked like a shortstop picking up a short hop. Now he'll run for it. He's going to be dropped by a loss of a yard on the play, but I'll tell you what, he did a heck of a job picking up that rolling snap that time.
Well, that's where coaches lose their hair immediately when that snap's rolling on the ground. You're right, Dennis. He did a nice job, but Montana with good pressure corralling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I tell you what, Kerry Grossert, he saved his football team the game right there. 1:15 and counting on a third down, call it 7. Pump fake, throws it, Siz, he threw it behind him. Mike Siz was 2 yards short of a first down, trying to lean back and catch the football, and it goes incomplete, and it's going to bring up a 4th down here with 1:08 to go.
This is like the first pass he's missed. Done a really nice job catching, but that one,
you got to catch that.
That helped the Grizz a bunch. Now we're into 4th down. You know, one play away to stop them here for a victory opportunity for the Grizz.
Timeout, Northern Arizona. They're gonna call a timeout here. This is it. They don't convert on this 4th down play here. They've only got one timeout. With 1:08, Montana can run out the clock.
Well, it's critical they get the first down. Probably cross off the draw play. They tried that last time they called the timeout. You know, he's pretty efficient when it comes to completions here. Look for a little hook pattern at about 10 yards and try to get the first down. Plenty of time. If they don't get a first down, it's over. So probably won't go deep, but you got to watch for that too.
Remember how this rivalry ended last year in 2010 with 5 seconds to go. C.J. Atkins made the catch in the end zone, and that gave Montana the victory.
Dual possession
right
there.
They needed a touchdown on that play, Bob. A field goal wasn't going to do them any good, and they win that. Derek's got an update.
You saw Mike McCord lead the game. He's one of 9 Grizzly players that are from the state of Arizona getting to play in front of their home crowd. And that's one state the Grizzlies really want to get more into in recruiting. So that's a big thing about today, too. It's giving some Arizona kids a chance to watch the Grizz in person as they really want to start getting some more kids from this state.
It's all about this play of the game right here.
1:08 to go, 4th down at about 7. 4 receivers set, Bowman on the left hip of Grossert. He's got time, now flushed out, he's gonna go down! Waldhauser with a sack, and it's gonna be over! And it's gonna be 14 in a row for Montana! Oh my goodness!
Well, pictures say 1,000 words, and there's a million of them right there in front of you. That was the play of the game, and as I mentioned, both of these teams have played so hard today. You know, it's tough. You know, we're glad the Grizzlies are going to prevail, but what an excellent job here by the defense.
He got flushed out, and Brian Waldhauser was waiting for him right there. And the big man comes up with a sack. Unofficially, the 5th sack of the game as the Grizzlies will take a knee. Northern Arizona will probably use their last timeout, I would think. Maybe not.
Well, it won't matter even if they do, because it'll just prolong the agony, Dennis. Montana's going to stay in that victory formation.
Watch Robin Pflugrad on the play.
Yeah.
Okay, that's about as much emotion as you're going to see from him. One fist pump. All right, let's get our offense out there. Let's take a knee. Well, the defensive coaches are fired up.
And they should be. That was an awesome series for them.
Jerome Sowers has a timeout. He wants to take it. No, he doesn't. He's walking to the middle of the field. That's going to do it. Brian Waldhauser with a sack to end it. Another fantastic finish between the Montana Grizzlies and the Northern Arizona Lumberjacks. And that man, as a former Montana assistant coach, helped him win a national title. Still looking for his first victory. Two lifelong friends at midfield, Bob.
Yeah, you see how much respect they have. They both know that could have went either way. What a great game for both clubs, but it's super for the Grizzlies that they were able to hang on the road.
5-1 in Big Sky Conference play, 6-2 overall with a home game against Weber State. Next weekend, just 2 conference games remaining for the University of Montana, who have put themselves in an excellent position not only to try and return to the playoffs, but try and win a Big Sky title. And there are plenty of hugs between both sides out here. What a battle this was, Bob. What an absolute physical contest.
Well, keep in mind there's 3 former Grizzly coaches on the NAU sideline. David Reeves, we mentioned, Andy Thompson, Jerome Sowers. So a lot of Montana blood on that NAU sideline.
That's a disappointed man. Disappointed in the outcome. I think he has to be proud of his team's effort here today. And there you see young Mr. Canada with a touchdown run late in the 4th quarter. His second touchdown in as many games in the second half. Wow. Jordan Johnson never quite giving us a complete smile, just a little bit of a smile. Bo Tully, another sophomore on this team, going to be around here a long time. Derek Berkeley is efforting to get Robin Pflugrad here.
And the team heading over to sing Up With Montana, boys, in front of the crowd. And they've got to be very pleased. As you mentioned, a real tough road game and a tough one next week with Weber State as well.
There you see it. The agony on one side, the celebration on another. The University of Montana. Derek has got Robin Pflugrad down on the sidelines. Derek?
Coach, another great game with Northern Arizona. This is the 3rd year in a row it really comes down to the final play. How exciting was this?
Well, the final play, again, you take some breaths and you try to keep breathing. And boy, our defense made a great stand. We had to, and the reverse was huge by Jabin. That had to go. It got to the point where we had to make a big play, and it was kind of a trick play, but man, it went and kind of went back and forth after that. But we needed points so bad again after not getting in that first quarter down there on the foot-yard line or whatever we were on. So, I mean, it was a tremendous team victory.
Talk about that one drive right after Northern Arizona takes the lead back. You get the kickoff return to midfield and the touchdown on the next play. How important was that little series, and how much does that show about Peter Wynn and Jordan Canada?
Well, Peter Wynn was our guy that returned it last year as well. And, he had a great return, and William Pales did a great job on the offensive line to spring that hole. That's all we could hear up top was Pales blew the hole wide open, and it was great to see Canada take it to the house.
Yeah, and you've been friends with Jerome Sowers since 6th grade, I believe you said. How much does the friendship come into this game when you guys are playing each other, and how hard is it maybe to have to go against him?
It's really hard. It gets emotional. Jerome's a hell of a guy, and tough for him to lose it.
They've had obviously a tough season, but the Grizz now, you're sitting kind of right where you want to be at this point in the season, right?
Well, we are now. We got some tough ones coming up, so got to have a great flight back and get to work tomorrow.
All right, good luck, Coach. Next week, back with Weber State back in Missoula, guys.
You must have told him to smile, because he finally did. Robin Pflugrad. You heard the emotion in his voice. As much as he wanted to win this game, he hurts for his friend, Jerome Sowers.
Yeah, and it was such a hard-fought game. Both clubs, as we've talked about, just laid it out there. So give the Grizz credit. They get a win on the road. They're still in contention. They got a tough game next week. But it sure makes their ride home a little bit better with the outcome of the way it went. And good job for Coach Jerome.
Certainly did, and it certainly will. That ride home will be sweet as we head back to Missoula to get ready for a Weber State team that may have something to say about who wins a conference championship. Montana wins it here today in thrilling style, 28-24. Back to wrap things up in Flagstaff. Montana wins it here today by a final of 28-24, 6-2 on the season. There are a lot of great Grizz performances here today. The gutty play of Jordan Johnson, the running of Jabin Sembrano and Jordan Canada, but the guy who put the exclamation point on this one is standing by with our Derek Berkeley.
Yeah, guys, I'm here with Grizz senior defensive tackle Brian Waldhauser. Take us through that last play. You know that's the play that might decide this entire game. Walk us through it.
Yeah, get the timeout. It's 4th down. You know it's going to be the last play if you make the play, and everybody's just obviously the coverage in the back end was awesome, and our ends stepped up and they got good pressure, forced them outside the pocket, and I just came in. I had a good push up the middle, forced them to scramble out, and I was just fortunate enough to be there.
We saw obviously how powerful their offense can be today. They run the ball well. They had some great passing plays as well. How do you feel about the defensive performance today?
A good second. I mean, it was good from those first 2 drives. That really wasn't us. They're explosive offense. They have a lot of explosive players. From there on, I liked our effort and how we competed and stuff, but that first 2 series isn't like us, and we got to work on it.
Looking at a bigger picture here now for your season, you're 6-2. This wraps up the 26th straight winning season for Montana football. Talk about being a part of this tradition, how much you guys take pride in keeping it alive.
I mean, the pride of being a Grizz is, it's why most of us come here, and then for those who don't come here for that, they learn really quick and they learn to love it, and, that tradition is something we thrive on. We love to, that's one of our driving factors that motivates us every week.
Ryan, thanks so much for joining us. Good luck next week against Weber.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Guys, back up to you.
All right, Derek, thank you for that. That's a football player right there. He looked like a guy had been in a fight, and he had been, and he came out with a winner. Bob, your final thoughts on this game?
Just a great game, and kind of sets the table for the rest of the season. Weber State real tough next week. I remember the game at Weber last year. They are a very physical team. They are balanced. They can run real well, and they can throw. So it'll be a barn burner in Missoula next week.
We'll be on the air at 1 o'clock. Hopefully you'll be able to join us wherever you might be watching this. Thanks so much for being part of our broadcast here today. Just an absolute thriller in Flagstaff, Arizona. A Jordan Canada touchdown run and a Brian Waldhauser sack in the final 5 minutes of this football game, giving Montana the victory here and wrapping up yet another winning season. Once again, our final score, Montana wins it by a final of 28-24. For Bob Hermes and Derek Berkeley and our entire broadcast crew here in Flagstaff, Arizona, Dennis Patchen saying so long. We hope to see you next Saturday, either at Washington Grizzly Stadium or right here as the Grizz try to take one step further towards a Big Sky title. We'll see you next weekend.
Now, back to Grizzly Gridiron Classics.
The Grizzlies would finish the 2011 season 11-3 and advance to the semifinal round of the playoffs before ultimately falling to Sam Houston State. Next week, we go back in time to 2001 for a double overtime thriller between Montana and Eastern Washington. Thanks again for tuning into this week's Grizzly Gridiron Classics, and we'll see you next week.
Download our free app and take MTN Sports with you. Just search Montana Sports in the App Store or Google Play.